Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
There's no better combination than 4th of July in baseball, and couple that with a pristine evening. It gives way for great 4th of July baseball here on Middle Cape. And with that, we welcome you inside and upstairs to the Tim Elstrom broadcast booth alongside my broadcast partner, Nico Sharp. I'm Jacob Irons. Nico, here, it's going to be a big game here tonight as they took battle last night in a tight one. It was Y-D pulling out the victory after holding Hyannis hitless through 8 innings.
Yeah, if you're Y-D, you have to be pretty proud of the showing you had last night. 8 shutout, scoreless, hitless innings for the Red Sox. Did a great job keeping the Harbor Hawks, putting the pressure all on them. Bats were hot, hit a couple home runs, showed some power there, showed some balls in the gap. Did a great job all game last night.
And we were able to talk to Mitch Carricker a little earlier today about 4th of July and Aaron Savory getting his first start of the summer. Carricker, Skip, happy 4th of July. Big day, wearing new hats and going to finally pull out the orange jerseys here for the special occasion.
Yeah, happy 4th. It's an exciting day for us.
Yeah, should be exciting. Taking on Y-D for the second time in 2 days. Guys got no hit through 8, but then put up some fireworks late in that one. What'd you see that you guys want to try and take into this one?
I think just more consistency with our at-bats. I think our approach got away from us a little bit earlier in that game, and they pitched really, really well. So hopefully we can make some adjustments a little bit earlier, put some pressure on them, score a few more runs, and come out with a victory.
One of those key to the victory is going to have to be your pitching, and Aaron Savory. He gets his first start of the summer. What did you see him from his bullpen appearances to allow him to get a start?
Yeah, I thought his last outing was really, really good, and even the one before that, I thought he's just gotten better and better as the outings have gone on. He's got really good stuff. It's all about command for him. If he can dial in the fastball command and land a breaking ball here or there, I think he's got a really good chance to be good for us tonight.
Speak to the connection that you have with Scott Pickler on the other side, a Hall of Famer from where you are in California, and the ability to coach against him.
Yeah, I think, for us in California Junior College, like Pick's at the top, and he got inducted into the Hall of Fame this past year, and he's been a mentor to me, since I got that job, and then since I got this job here for the Harbor Hawks. He's been nothing but supportive, and so really grateful for his mentorship, and it's really fun competing against him.
Is there any little extra wager between the two of you, or is this just all bragging rights?
No, I'm not going to comment on that. There might be a couple wagers here or there, but we'll keep that between Pick and I.
All right, hey, keep it between you two. Family's up. What is the experience like to have your family out here for Cape Cod?
It's incredible. This place is really special, and it seems to get better and better every week. And just driving around today and walking around and seeing how much pride they have in the 4th of July and how much history is here at this place compared to where we're from in California, it kind of gives you goosebumps sometimes. And so I'm really fortunate to be out here and grateful, and my family's loving it.
That's what you like to hear. Thanks, Coach. Have a good one. Good luck.
Thank you.
Reporter Josie Broyles here with Drake Meeks after his first time pitching for Hyannis last evening. How did it feel being on the mound for the first time?
Felt great. It was a super cool experience just coming out from freshman year, coming up here.
And really preparing for the Cape. I know you just got here a couple of weeks ago. How did you mentally prepare yourself kind of back home train for what you needed to do?
Just talked to my coaches about what to do and just came up here, just do my thing.
Was there anything that you noticed in yesterday's performance that you really want to kind of improve or work on towards the end of the season?
Definitely less balls, keep the walks down, but I mean, everything else was normal, so it was great.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, welcome you back to here to McKeon Park on a gorgeous 4th of July. And getting the start here for Hyannis will be Aaron Savory.
Aaron Savory, a guy we've seen out of the bullpen a lot so far this summer. 3 times out of the bullpen, this will be his first start as a Harbor Hawk. And as you see, the numbers here are fantastic. 9 1/3 innings so far for Aaron Savory. 10 strikeouts, only 5 walks. And check out that ERA. Sub 1 ERA with a .96. The sophomore from Iowa. Going to be a fastball. Mostly going to be a sinker, arm side, curveball, slider, changeup guy. So look for him to go right after the Y-D Red Sox hitters.
And this is how the Y-D Red Sox stack up. It's Phoenix Call who comes in 5th on the Cape with 7 stolen bases. But then it's Easton Carmichael, the catcher. He moves up a spot into the 3-hole. Behind him is Vahiva Aloy. The 3 and the 4-hole in this lineup do damage, and they have loud bats, Nico.
Yeah, we saw just a little bit of it last night. Vahiva Aloy, that was the game changer of the whole game. 3-run home run, and that's really what set them apart. Because I mean, the late comeback by the Harbor Hawks in that top of the 9th last night just came up short, but that 3-run home run was the game changer.
It's Phoenix Call, the UCLA Bruin, to start things off in the box as he looks at a ball inside. Marvick Gomez is our home plate umpire. Rick Force, the first base umpire. Jacob Ashworth, the third base umpire, rounding out 3-man crew from United Umpires as the pitch is upstairs and inside 2-0. And manager Mitch Carricker talked about if Aaron Savory's command can be there, he can go the distance and show the role as a starter. 2-0 pitch from the Hawkeye. Runs inside, now 3-0.
Last week's pitcher of the week came in from the bullpen 1 game, had 4 innings pitched, and just dominated. He had control of all of his pitches, could throw it at any point, and we talked to him a little bit after the game, and he said that was the key. He said, I feel like I could throw my sinker at any point, any count, and then threw it behind the slider.
3-0, that clips Cole, and he'll get aboard via the hit by pitch. Let's see how Hyannis stacks up here in the field. It'll be Dalton Bargo back in left field, the true utility player for them. Then Kane Kepley into center. Nick Groves over to right field. Clark, Gazdar, Silver, DeTalo round out the infield. Camden Janik is the battery mate of Savory, who works quickly here and starts with some traffic behind him, still looking for the first down. 0-0. Pitches upstairs to Brady Neal.
Just seeming to having trouble finding his arm slot here early. You know, it's not something that's too uncommon, and this is his first start for the Harbor Hawks. And your game, everything changes when you're from the bullpen. From when you're starting, your whole game plan changes. Your pregame, it's the timing's different. So, you know, maybe just still getting loose, and so look for him to really, once he starts finding it, then we know he'll be settled in.
Aaron Savory started 2 games for the Hawkeyes this past spring, but primarily his appearances came from the bullpen and did a lot in Big Ten play as well as a relief pitcher. Those midweeks that he could get a start between those 2. After the talk with Janik, he settles under him. Hano finds the strike for the first time in his outing.
And when you have a guy who has a 5-1 record out of the bullpen, that just shows you he's coming in high leverage situations. He's coming when the game is close and down by 1 run, up by 1 run. So he's 5-1 record this past spring for Iowa.
Pitches away. Savory last pitched on the 27th against Harwich had 4 innings of 2-hit ball. Didn't walk anybody. Struck out 6 in that. Two 2-1 pitch. Runs inside again, now 3-1, and he's risking putting the first 2 batters aboard for Easton Carmichael and Vahiva Aloy.
Yeah, just seem to be struggling finding the strike zone here. It's going to be very important for him to work in front of the count.
One fell back into the netting. And now Savary's able to get the count full. Neal batting .240 on the summer with the Red Sox. Didn't play in yesterday's contest as the runner goes. Strikeout at home plate. The throw down is a bobbled grab from John Gazdar, but slow getting up his Phoenix call as he took ball straight to the face as he is jogging directly to athletic training staff.
Strike him out, throw him out there for the Harbor Hawks big time double play. Phoenix call walking off under his own power, jogging off, seems to be okay, just gonna shake it off. Nothing too serious there, but he was called out at second base on the injury. He was falling short, and Gazdar, who came up kind of limping there as well, saw him off the base, got the tag down.
Now with 2 away, Aaron Savary trying to get a 1-2-3 inning in a very unconventional way.
Yeah, Camden Jennings put the ball on the money there on the stolen base, and Phoenix call, a guy who has 7 stolen bags on the year, and he's top 5 in stolen bags for the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Now Easton Carmichael comes in 10th in batting average at .320, the Cape Cod Baseball League. Pitch goes away from Carmichael again, 2-1. Yesterday, went 0 for 3 with a run after he walked in the third and was able to be brought home by the big 3-run shot of Vahiva Aloy that really proved to be the difference maker. It's a 2-1 off-speed pitch that snuck by the swinging Carmichael.
And that little momentum boost could be huge for Savary, getting a little confidence back, able to work back from the windup.
2-2 pitch from Savary is low. Carmichael played at Oklahoma this past year, was named 3rd-team All-American by National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association. The payoff pitch. Carmichael fouls away to keep alive this opening AB. As all Big 12 first team as well, Carmichael was, and so far has put a great start to his Cape summer with the Red Sox. 3-2 is a swing and a miss. Aaron Savary able to get a 1-2-3 inning in an unconventional way, but it works nonetheless. Harbor Hawks picking up the bats for the first time when we come back.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
On the mound for the Y-D Red Sox, it'll be Michael Bucknam out of LSU, junior, stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. 1-0 thus far for the Red Sox, 3.18 ERA and 5 2/3 innings pitched. And his previous appearance was pretty much his majority of the pitching. He only had a short outing otherwise, but his last appearance, 4 innings pitched, only get 1 hit, 1 earned run, a walk, and 5 Ks. And this is another guy who will go right after these Harbor Hawk hitters.
And now this is how Hyannis stacks off. It's with Kane Kepley, the walking machine, leads the Cape League with 17 walks. He'll start things off, but then it's John Gazdar back into the lineup along with Wallace Clark and Michael DeTalo behind him.
Harbor Hawks going to try to come off to a little bit of a better start. You know, we've seen the high-powered offense early in the game. Didn't come alive till that top of the 9th inning last night against the Red Sox. So look for them to really try to get the bats hot. Aaron Savary put up a big 0 right there, able to bear down after walking the first guy on 4 pitches, or technically hit by a pitch on the 4th pitch, but able to bear down right there, go 3 up, 3 down, big strike him out, throw him out from Janik.
A defensive substitution as Phoenix Call will not come back into the game. It'll be Jonathan Kim to replace him in center field. The first pitch to Kepley is called for strike on the Liberty Flame.
Yeah, Kane Kepley leading the lead in walks by a good margin. The next man behind him is Fisher, who only has 12. So this is a guy who you want in your leadoff spot, working deep counts.
0-1, hard grounder over to Gallagher at second, and it's a routine ground out. This is how the Red Sox stack up defensively. You've already met Gallagher. It's Kim. Call was originally supposed to be in center, but after the defensive substitution, Kim will go into center as well. Chiarello over in right field. McGee, Aloy, Gallagher, Petrie, and Carmichael will be behind the plate here this evening for the Red Sox. Nothing. Pitch to John Gazdar is low, 1-0. Gazdar had the day off yesterday and a little bit of day of rest. Returns his name back into the lineup card.
Yeah, this is a guy who's been the heart of the Harbor Hawks lineup. You know, we saw him last summer do it, and he's so far been one of their best guys, and the batting average shows for it. He's a guy who's hitting for average, but also showing off a little bit of power, leads the team in home runs, and hitting a .321 batting average here so far in this Cape Cod season.
2-0 is a pitch outside and away on Gazdar, 3-0.
Yeah, Gazdar working into a deep count here. This is a Harbor Hawk lineup that won't just allow to extend the zone. They're going to stay within themselves. They're a very contact-heavy team, showing the power a little bit, but mostly going to be a low-line drive, contact-hitting team. Does do a really good job of not extending the zone.
3-0 is a get-me-over called strike. Fastball, 3-1.
And John Gazdar, I'm hoping to do a segment here with him starting tomorrow, so that'll be out soon. I'm really looking forward to seeing his hitting approach and get a deeper dive on who John Gazdar is.
3-1's in the dirt, and John Gazdar gets aboard via the walk. Now that brings up Wallace Clark. Had one of the back-to-back home runs yesterday in the late 9th inning rally the Harbor Hawks tried to put together as Alex Lodi's leading off that half inning with a moonshot. Then it was Wallace Clark with another one. It would be 2 of Hyannis' 3 hits on the day in both of their runs. Now Wallace Clark with the runner on, and John Gazdar trying to have Hyannis strike first as a pitch goes away on the Duke Blue Devil and third baseman.
We talked about Gazdar's hitting. Guy who's been one of the higher averages all year around, hitting .321. Also has 3 stolen bags so far, quarter way through the baseball season.
1-0 is a pitch cutting low on Clark. 2-0. Had the opportunity to talk to him pregame. Able to film a diamond treat with him yesterday before the game, and gave me a nice little pat on the back. He's like, hey, that home run's all you. It's all chocolate chip ice cream for him, as the 2-1 is swung on by Clark, and he believes it was maybe the ice cream that he got during the taping of Diamond Treats yesterday that really gave him that extra oomph.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that power last night. I mean, it came from the left side, which he's standing in now.
2-1 is checked back. Gazdar goes in safely.
And you've seen his swing, such a pure left-handed swing, as well as his right-handed swing, but his left-handed swing in specific, the one we're looking at right now, and they hit the home run last night. Very pure swing, hard line drive guy, and it was only a matter of time before the ball got out of here.
2-1 is another check back to Gazdar. You can catch that episode of Diamond Treats coming out tomorrow at 9 a.m. We sit down, talk chocolate chip ice cream, along with his return to Norman, Oklahoma, where he started his career before transferring to Duke. The 2-1 from Bucknam. Gazdar in motion, pitch outside, and it slipped on the hand of Carmichael. It's an easy stolen bag for John Gazdar.
4th stolen bag on the year for John Gazdar, and that's just the pressure that the Harbor Hawks put on you, especially at the top of the lineup, finding ways on and then advancing 90 feet closer for the heart of the order. Done a great job there, and that aggressive base running pays off once again for the Harbor Hawks.
Now in the hitter's count, I'm a runner in scoring position. 3-1 is a breaking ball called for a strike. 12-6, dropping right back into the zone. Wallace Clark already had the motion of throwing the bat away.
It's a great job by Bucknam, understanding that you can't just feed Wallace Clark a fastball right there. A very nice breaking ball, puts it right in on the hands of Wallace Clark. And when you're behind the count to trust your stuff like that, it's a great job here early from Bucknam.
3-2 as Bucknam disengages from the rubber. Payoff pitch is lined right back into the padding behind home plate to keep Wallace Clark's AB alive. .32 is a high fly ball into the Harbor Hawks bullpen. As Clark is able to keep his at-bat alive.
But really looking forward to y'all's segment. I love watching segments like that, you know, all across, and just getting to know these Cape Cod players on a different level. It's super cool. We see them play every single day, and we'll see that time in and time out.
3-2 is a tapper over to Petrie at first. He steps on the bag. Gazdar's in, moves over to third with 2 away now.
Moves 90 feet closer, but it is really cool to see these guys at a personal level. So I think it'd be super cool for us to watch, for you to do, and as well as the viewers watching in. And you see these guys just playing, and it's just kind of a player out there, but kind of get a deeper dive and a little more personal level to see who these guys are. You know, they're from all across the country, so pretty cool segment right there. Can't wait to check it out.
0-0 pitch to Datalo is called for a strike. Datalo had himself a day with 3 walks yesterday. One of the lone Harbor Hawks to really make some moves in the batter's box. It was an 0-for-1 day as he had a strikeout in his last AB. It's a grounder sharply over to McGee. And that will end the first. Harbor Hawks were knocking on the door. Micah Bucknam gets out of the jam. We go to the second, still scoreless between Y-D and Hyannis on this July 4th.
Meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
The lights at McKeon Park stay bright all season long thanks to the Knack Cape Cod. The Knack offers 2 locations, Hyannis and Orleans, both offering delicious burgers, tacos, sandwiches, and more. Visit theknackcapecod.com to order online today. The Knack Cape Cod is proud to be the Light Up the Park sponsor of the Harbor Hawks all season long.
Savary's out and dealing ahead of the count, 0-2, and so you like to see after a little bit of a turbulent first batter and a hit by pitch to call, and he's settled in nicely so far. It's a ball to Vahiva Aloy, 1-2, and you have to feel a little more comfortable attacking Vahiva Aloy with the bases clear, especially after yesterday's 3-run home run.
He's a guy with natural pop, you know, even in his fly out that he had in his first AB.
1-2 is a breaking ball that Aloy can't stay away from. He swings through. It's a strikeout.
That's a beautiful sweeping slider there from Savary. We saw that all in his last appearance in his 4 innings that he threw out of the bullpen last game. And we see it right there. Hard breaking slider moving away from Aloy. Aloy had a great game last game. A lot of loud contact. It's a great pitch there from Savary.
Now Ethan Petrie, first baseman, looks at a pitch inside. Petrie batting .455 so far in the summer through his 22 ABs coming into this one. Out of South Carolina. He's made an instant impact here to the Red Sox. 2-0 is away. 3-0 and Savary's behind to Petrie.
And you have guys hitting 300 all throughout this Y-D lineup. And that speaks why they've been so hot to start off the season. First in the East, doing a great job. Currently sitting at 11-4 at the top of the East.
That's a walk here to Ethan Petrie. And now Jackson Chiarello, the right fielder, steps into the box. He came in as a pinch hitter back in the 8th for Y-D, and he had a walk, though, in that one lone plate appearance.
Yeah, this is the tall lefty that we saw pinch hit, this tall 6'6" frame, if you were listening to our radio broadcast last night.
Pitch is inside, or outside, excuse me, 1-0.
And the big thing for the Harbor Hawks so far is for the pitching staff has been getting ahead in the count and not working behind. If you let these Y-D Red Sox get in a hitter's count, this is when they can do their damage. They are a great hitting team. It's going to be so important to work ahead of these guys and keep the pressure on, allowing for you to throw your entire arsenal. And that foul ball straight back, stuck behind the pole here, McKeon Park. Some of the kids are waiting for it to fall down, stuck between the pole and the netting. 1-1 from Savary's a sinker ball, arm side miss. 2-1 the count here to Chirillo. Hitting .333 so far. This is a guy who's found his way into the lineup a lot. Saw himself come up in a big moment in last night's matchup. Aaron Savary, 2-1 pitch up in the zone. Big swing from Torello, comes up empty. 2-2 count. Ethan Petrie still standing over first base. Not too big of a lead.
There's a power button on the side there.
Savary says. Quick motion over to Petrie. Comes in sliding.
Hold it, yeah.
Safe over at first base.
There you go.
Petrie had 4 stolen bases in the past spring at South Carolina. Shown the ability to get a stolen base. A hard breaking ball. Sends Torello back looking, and that'll be the 4th strikeout to this early outing here for Aaron Savary.
Aaron Savary's had some issues with the command, but he's been able to find himself out of it so far, and it's a big strikeout, especially with a base runner on, trying to keep them at bay. It's now Cade McGee. It's a hard liner out of the reach of the diving Clark at third base. It's a single for Cade McGee. Moving over to second is Ethan Petrie.
And there's our first hit of the game. Cade McGee, hard line drive into the 6 hole. Not much Walls Clark can do over there at third base. A lot of loud contact. Cade McGee, great swing right there. Gets that ball out front.
Now Gavin Gallagher, the second baseman, stands into the batter's box. Yesterday went 2 for 4, but was left stranded at second and third. Never came around to score. It's a called strike on Gallagher.
It's a great 0-0 slider right there. Throws that sweeper first pitch. And we haven't seen that sweeper as a right-handed hitter. Kind of freezes you there a little bit. Got so much horizontal movement.
0-1. It's a throwdown from Camden Janik. Catching Ethan Petrie, sleeping off the second base bag. Camden Janik shows off the cannon for the second time today. Aaron Savary works out of it. We're going to the bottom of the second. Camden Janik is putting on a show behind the dish.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Let's take a look at the standings coming into this one. It's Y-D in the East leading the way with 22 points after they picked up their 11th win of the summer. It begins a 2-game stretch here for Hyannis in big fashion. They have Y-D, the leader in the East today. Then they have the leader in the West tomorrow in Wareham. Right back here, you can catch that one at 6 o'clock. Back here on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network, Hyannis trying to make some moves in the West Division right now, Nico.
Yeah, and have a chance to make a statement here. You got the #1 team in the East who so far can do no wrong. The Y-D Red Sox currently sitting at 11-4, just like you saw. That's a team who's getting it done on both ends of the field, and then you have a chance to take the series thus far here against Wareham. You know, split over there. That's over there at Wareham, crossing the bridge, and now you have a chance to bring them back to your place, and so far the Harbor Hawks getting it done at home.
As so far coming into this one, they're 5-1 in the confines of McKeon Park. They play well here, batting .292, which is second for a team playing at their home ballpark. It's behind Harwich at White House Field. Now the 2-0. Bargo gets under it, engulfs it into left center field. Ranging over is Kim, who makes the grab.
And the Harbor, this should be a good matchup because if you look at it, Harbor Hawks do really well playing at home. And you look at the Red Sox, they get it done on the road. They're 6-1 on the road. And before last night's matchup, they're only 4-3 at home, now 5-3 after the win last night. So 4-3 last night at home, 6-1 on the road. They like to get on the bus and travel to other ballparks and take over.
Scott Pickler's squad knows how to do it away from home, and it's a pitch high and upstairs, and Camden Janik has to go dodging out of the way for it. Hyannis sporting their new orange jerseys for the first time this season. They were supposed to wear them at home against Katua on Sunday. That game got rained out, of course. They debut them here on this July 4th. A 1-0. Janik fouls away.
Yeah, love the jerseys. Finally got to break them out. There was so much anticipation about it. Also, love the hats that go with it. The hats look super sharp. Have to get a good look on them at some point in this game, but the hats look super sharp. I love the jerseys. The blue coloring in the numbers is a different look, and I'm actually a fan of it.
A 1-1. Can hear more about the orange jerseys from Matt Coates a little bit later in this broadcast, and how they brought a little bit of a slump away from the team last year as Janik fouls one away back into the padding. Both teams today wearing sponsored 4th of July hats provided by Zephyr, the Z hat, and partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. The 1-2 is a pitch low and below the knees of Camden Janik. 2-2, and rocking with the star on the hat with the team's primary logo as a silhouette in white in front of it. 2-2 is foul tipped back into the glove of Carmichael. It's 2 away here in the bottom of the second.
Great pitch there from Bucknam. A lot of arm side run on his fastball, and that one got in on the hands of Janik. And going right after these Harbor Hawk hitters. So far, good pitching matchup, good pitchers duel between the Harbor Hawks and the Red Sox.
And now Mason White, Arizona Wildcat, steps into the box for the first time today to take on Bucknam. White yesterday was held 0 for 4 with a loud fly ball in the second that just got under it a little bit. A 1, down low and away, 1-1. Mason White gets under this one, and it's a looping fly ball to Kim in left field. He's under it for the third out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Micah Bucknam. Through 2, it's still scoreless here on this 4th of July between Y-D and Hyannis.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
We invite you to join us here at McKeon Park on July 15th. With the players and coaches, bring the blankets and chairs to take a seat in the McKeon Park outfield to watch a movie under the lights. Meet your favorite Harbor Hawks as you enjoy food and a good time. That's July 15th at 8 p.m. for movie night right here at McKeon Park. Should be a lot of fun. I know Nico Sharp will be in attendance there and should be an exciting time.
Absolutely. How can you not? You know, I'm hearing a lot of buzz about a lot of different people saying, hey, I'm coming, I'm going. This is something that's kind of building around. I heard some players pretty excited about it. Be able to chill at McKeon Park. You know, you get to hang out in your own office here at the field. So pretty excited about that and looking forward to see that turn out.
Pitch away and called for a strike on Gavin Gallagher. Aaron Savary's back out for another inning of work. It's breaking ball that breaks too much. And so far, Savary's had a little bit of traffic behind him, but has answered that call beautifully.
He really has. He's done a great job. 2 innings under his belt so far. Only 35 pitches. You know, some guys have gotten on. He's worked a couple walks. But still, even with a couple guys getting on, able to be efficient, only throwing 36 pitches thus far. So he needs to have another efficient inning to try to elongate himself throughout this game.
2-1 is a pitch called for strike. Two is fouled away. Gallagher's extending his at-bat. He was in mid-AB form when Camden Janik decided to throw down over to Ethan Petrie, who got caught sleeping at the second base bag.
That's a great job from Janik. I mean, over there at second base, Petrie was getting pretty big secondaries, working pretty hard. And you can see Janik must have been seeing that a couple times where, because you see guys get big secondaries but then work hard really back to the base. And Petrie going a little slower back to the base, and Janik, just like you mentioned, caught him sleeping. You know, returning back second base a little too slow for his liking. He showed off the arm there.
2-2 is a swing and a miss. The 5th strikeout of the day for Aaron Savary.
Savary, the strikeout machine. A guy who's missing barrier time, a lot of swinging strikeouts, and it's on that breaking ball. And that pitch is going to move so much. It's going to start in the zone. Hitter's going to see it in the zone, take a big swing at it, and that ball just falls off the table, and that ball is long gone. Aaron Savary finding into his rhythm here and doing a great job.
Cameron Kim fouls off a pitch. Cameron Kim out of UCLA, batted 174 for the Bruins, and he looks at a ball outside. Well, Cameron Kim so far this summer batting .205 for the Red Sox. 1-1 pitch. Misses for a ball, 2-1. Marvick Gomez, the home plate umpire, working with a little bit of bugs by him.
And those bugs are only going to get worse as the night goes around. You know, got a little drizzle earlier, so it's going to be a little muggy out. And really nice weather, but as the nightfall comes around, those bugs start coming out here at McKeon Park.
And they take no prisoners some nights. The 2-2 as Savary deals, and it's another strikeout for the Iowa Hawkeye. 6 strikeouts now for Sav on the bump.
And that is 6 strikeouts on 8 outs. And you know how those other 2 outs came from? Camden Janik behind home plate got the stolen base out over there in the first inning, and then a back pick to second base in the second. So the two battery mates getting all the outs so far, getting all the love.
0-0 pitch. It's called for strike on Kim, who steps in for Phoenix Call, who was in that leadoff spot earlier in the game. 0-1 is a swing and a miss.
And Savory is just working those breaking balls anywhere in the count, and he's throwing it early. He's getting those swinging misses early, but can also backdoor it. It's a guy getting really comfortable here in this game.
I don't think Kim looks at a ball in the dirt that Camden Janik keeps in front of him. And something that Mitch Carricker echoes to us is be ahead in counts. Allow your pitching staff to be ahead, hammer the zone, and find themselves in a position to work into their arsenal and have those put away pitches. One, two is a breaking ball that Kim spoils to keep his at-bat alive.
And it's no secret that whenever a hitter's down 1-2 versus when he's up 3-1 or 2-1, you get better hitters counts, you get your A swing off, but if you're down the count and the pitcher's putting pressure on you.
1-2, it's a swing and miss strikeout. Aaron Savory having himself a day on the bump. 4th of July might just become his new favorite holiday.
Aaron Savory making it look easy, striking out the side there, all on the breaking ball, went to that arm side changeup to throw him away right there. That's a great outing from Aaron Savory.
Josie Broyles joins our conversation. How are you doing, Josie?
Thanks, guys. Host families are a really big deal here in the Cape Cod community, and especially to our Hyannis Harbor Hawks. And yesterday I was able to have a super fun conversation with Andre Scalon and his living experience with Wallace Clark. Their host mom actually went to culinary school and cooks them quite the most delicious foods every single night. When asking what his favorite meal was, he said broccoli and beef is one of his favorites so far. But it really does show just how great the community here on the Cape is, and just goes to show how our host families really care about taking care of our players as they're traveling from places super far like California. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Josie. And it's a great time to remind all our viewers at home that if you live on Cape Cod or know someone who does, tell them to host a Hawk. The Harbor Hawks are in need of host families as the 2024 season continues, and we need your help. Email us today at harborhawks@gmail.com to join our family. Can I get a culinary chef in my host house? Like, come on. That's some bouge.
Yeah, you can't ask for much more right there, and you're not just getting lucky having a host family that's going to take care of you. You know, they take care of you before the game, and then you come back to that kind of meal after the game. And that's only one of the very many stories. You know, there's so many unique different things that different families do, and you love to hear about them here on the Cape Cod.
Yeah, Blake Cavill, the Aussie first baseman, went out on a chartered Fisher boat today from his host family. Went out, spent the morning of the 4th here in Massachusetts, out in the big Atlantic Ocean fishing, and he said he was quite the angler today, caught 5 fish.
Wow.
I said the same thing.
Wow, it must have been hot, a hot spot right there, and maybe it's the luck of the Aussie right there. Wow, 5 is a very impressive number. Pre-game too.
Yeah, if he comes in for a pitch hit, don't be afraid. Eric Snow is Anthony Silva there wearing Eric Snow's helmet. Chops one over down the third base line.
And so far, Anthony Silva seems to wear any helmet but his own. You know, we see him wearing the South Florida, the old school of Eric Snow. Got even the number 2 back there. We saw him in the Blue Devil helmet and Wallace Clark's helmet last game. So this is a guy who's switching it up a little bit. Still has the TCU shin guard. See the purple down there on the left leg, but seems to be changing in and out of helmets.
0-2 is offered on, and on the appeal to Rick Force, the first base umpire, Anthony Silva goes around for the first out.
And Aaron Savory's having a great outing, but Michael Bucknam right behind him, putting up a lot of zeros. Only his second strikeouts, but he's getting a lot of weak contact from these Harbor Hawks. A lot of soft ground balls and a few pop-outs. So this is a guy who's getting settled in as well and keeping the Harbor Hawks hitless thus far.
Now Nick Groves, the 9-hole hitter and right fielder for Hyannis, steps in. Pitch is upstairs and away on the Canadian. 1-0, and he was out at the Barnstable Parade today with the Harbor Hawks, giving away some foam baseballs. Had the time of his life.
Yeah, super cool experience seeing the players interact with kids. You get to see it a little bit after the games out here at McKeon Park, but just seeing the guys, just be able to hang out and, have a lot of conversation with kids and stuff like that.
And Nick Groves able to gap one in for a single. And he stays so consistent in the batter's box.
Yeah, great swing right there, 92 off the bat from Nick Groves. And so far, the Harbor Hawks swinging the bat well. 1 through 9 in the lineup. You've seen a lot of good production from the bottom half of the lineup to be able to allow the top half of the lineup to drive them in. So that's a great job there from Nick Groves as the lineup turns over.
King Kepley got it out to Gallagher back in the first. Runner goes in. Groves throws upstairs and away. Throw down. It's not in time, and it's a dodge and a wave from Nick Groves to steal second.
Beautiful swim move there from Nick Groves, almost sliding in on his backside and just reaching in with his right. That's a beautiful slide from Nick Groves, now moving himself into scoring position.
Throw a half second late, but it was a great move tag by Aloy over to second to make up for the throw, and just couldn't get over there, and Nick Groves showing off the dance moves early. Now the 1-0 is a wild pitch that gets away, but with so much velocity on the 92-mile-an-hour pitch, it comes flying right back off the padding.
And this may be a conversation between Carmichael and Bucknam, because immediately Carmichael behind home plate had a late response that may have been just a pitch communication right there, and because that one flew right by him when, in all reality, Carmichael has seen Bucknam here a couple times this season, so might have been a miscommunication on the pitch call right there.
Is a pitch called for a strike that drops in to Kepley.
And when behind the count, Bucknam likes to flip over that breaking ball, keep the hitters off balance. And so when he's behind the count 2-0, 3-1, he's not afraid just to flip a breaking ball over and for a get-me-over strike.
2-1 liner right back by Bucknam. Has a breath of life as he comes up standing. And Nick Groves will come up standing as well. It's Hyannis striking first here in the home half of the third.
101 mile per hour exit velo there from Kane Kepley. Sends it right back to Bucknam. I mean, that was a scary play for Bucknam, but what a swing from Kane Kepley. Kept it right up the middle, sent it right back where it came from, and he gets himself an RBI single.
John Gazdar now into the batter's box with one away and a runner on. Check back over to first as Kepley going in sliding, and Kepley second on Cape in stolen bases with 10. Someone you want to ensure stays close to first base. Runner goes, pitch away. It was a called for. And the throw is high from Carmichael. And Kane Kepley steals a bag.
You know how fast you have to be for a called pitch out, well executed, and you still beat the throw there. That's the speed of Kane Kepley, and we've seen it time and time again. And that is what the Harbor Hawks, that's what the heart of the Harbor Hawks is right there. You get the low line drive hit from Nick Groves, steals second base, and then a base hit scores him, and then Kane Kepley now steals second base. That's how the Harbor Hawks are going to manufacture runs.
Now with a runner in scoring position, will make a meeting on the mound here. What do you think's being said here, Nico?
It might just be, hey, settle in, you're good. This is what's happening. This is what I'm seeing from the pitchers, or from inside the dugout, where it's pitch calling, whether it's anything going on. The bullpen remain empty for the Y-D Red Sox. It's not wasting time to let your bullpen arm get heavy. Just might be, hey, take a breath here. You know, this is what works against John Gazzar. That's what the scouting report says. Let's attack him here, and let's get a big out here.
Now after the meeting, Gazdar will look at the second pitch of his at-bat that he swings through on 1-1.
Yeah, pull the string on him right there. 85-mile-per-hour changeup right in on the hands, perfectly placed. Changeup.
Gazdar from Austin Peay just recently named an academic All-American from this past spring season, and was a Brooke Wallace finalist for the Governors and has had every accolade you can associate yourself with as a shortstop in college baseball after his spring season. Gazdar chops one over to Loy at short. High throw from the shortstop to Petrie is in time, though. Kepley on first contact moves over to third.
Yeah, aggressive base running there once again. He came in hard sliding at third base just in case there was a play, but immediately as soon as the chopper was hit, aggressive base run over to third base, moves 90 feet closer.
Now Wallace Clark, the switch hitting Duke Blue Devil with a runner on third. So Clark looks at a ball, and hear about it a little bit on Diamond Treats, but asked him how he got into switch hitting, and it was all with his brother, his older brother, who is now an investment banker after playing D3 football for many years. I mean, his brother would go out into the backyard and play simulation Cardinals-Yankees, and they would go through the entire lineup, and when Robinson Cano would come up, Wallace Clark had to be a lefty. His dad found out that he had a pretty good left-handed swing through the simulations, started working on it. By the time he was around Little League age, started to really hone in on it. Since then, it's been a switch hitter, all start in the backyard with a little bit of wiffle ball. 2-1 is called for strike, 2-2.
And this is why we love those stories. We love these segments that, you know, we get a chance to do and provide for the viewers. That is something that nobody would have known. You know, if you're not able to sit down with him, have some ice cream with him, and, you know, have him tell his story. That's such a cool story right there. And Robinson Cano.
Robinson Cano.
Love it.
And that's the first guy that came to his mind.
And that's not a bad guy to emulate yourself. He's a smooth guy defensively and has a nice swing, and we see it here from Wallace Clark.
He was always the Yankees, he said. Brother was always the Cardinals. As the 2-2 is swung on and missed by Wallace Clark. Micah Bucknam picks up a big strikeout to Strand Kepley at third. But it's Hyannis striking first. Here in the bottom of the third, they lead 1-0.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Welcome you into the fourth inning on this July 4th. Alongside Nico Sharp, I'm Jacob Irons, Josie Broyles, and Matt Coates are patrolling the sidelines all evening for us. What started out as a beautiful day has gone to overcast skies here in Middle Cape. And Aaron Savory comes back out now for his fourth inning of work. An arm starting to get warm for Hyannis, but I have to imagine this is going to be his half inning, especially after how well he has dealt.
Yeah, 3 innings under his belt so far, 51 pitches. Been pretty efficient. You know, we saw just after that first batter, really settled in well, and it's been his game. 7 of the 9 outs have been via the strikeout, and the 2 other ones were back picks from Camden Janik. So this is a guy who's not even producing ground balls or fly balls. He is going right after these hitters and getting the strikeout.
1-1 is upstairs and away on the 89-mile-an-hour pitch to Brady Neal, who struck out to Savory last AB, and to pitch upstairs again, 3-1.
Yeah, for the Harbor Hawks, see a couple guys just doing a little bit of bands. So, yeah, going to be Savory's inning and maybe even extended depending on how quick of an inning he can have here. Just guys doing a little bit of drills, nothing crazy. And we've seen the Y-D Red Sox bullpen get active here as well.
Pitch is away, and it's a walk for Brady Neal, the second for Aaron Savory on the bump. Going to work with traffic to lead off the fourth.
And the only times the Y-D Red Sox have really been able to get on, other than the McGee base hit, has been the walk. Savory, when he attacks these Y-D Red Sox hitters, he's getting the result he wants. He's striking them out. I mean, they have not been have much success on him, other than him shooting himself in the foot with these few walks. But when he attacks these Red Sox hitters, they're going down swinging.
Easton Carmichael looks at a pitch inside. What does he need to tap into as he goes through the lineup for the second time, Nico Savory?
And he's mixed it up really well, so continue to do that. You know, he's pitching backwards well, so continue to mix it up. And between the friendship he has with Janik, to be able to understand, okay, well, this is how we attacked him the first time. Let's do the opposite. Let's not give him the same looks. Oh, I hit him with a lot of sliders here. Okay, let's show him sinker here. So not give the guys the same look they got in their first AB will be huge, and that's how you keep guys off balance into their second at-bat.
Carmichael fouls one upstairs and away, 1-1.
And with our baseball ops team, it's a team who, you know, we're not going to have – it's not going to be for lack of stats or lack of knowledge of these hitters for the Red Sox. So they're going to go right at them and understand where the holes in their swing might be.
1-1. The sidearm pitch that hangs upstairs. You want to be careful around Carmichael and Aloy. These are 2 batters that have a lot serious pop to their bat. 2-1. Hard grounder.
Yeah, 2 guys who are swinging it well. Carmichael having one of the higher batting averages for the Red Sox, hitting .314. Guys got a lot of pop in their bat. This past spring for Oklahoma, had 7 home runs while hitting .366 in their spring season.
Carmichael launches one foul. Tatalo gave it a look off the first base bag, but goes into the trees, and a whole bunch of kids going to go in there and face the ivy and the poison ivy with it, all for the hopes of getting a foul ball.
Yeah, they went straight diving into it. You know, not poison ivy, hopefully, but that's a high. Those are high bushes over there, and they have no fear diving head first in there. And it's not just 1 or 2 kids. It is a lot of them. It's a whole bunch of them. Even I think I see Matt Coates over there trying to get the ball as well.
Pitch misses outside, 3-2. Oh, poor Matt Coates. Savory comes set, runners, goes in motion. Carmichael tattoos one to left field. Bargo is there. Strong throw from the left fielder. Is it going to be in time? It is, but off the bag is Datalo. The throw pulled him away from the bag. It was going to beat him. It just was a throw that was too far away. Neal's able to retreat back to first.
So many things happening right there for the viewers at home. You may say, hey, why is Neal over at second base? Great job from the middle infield to Deke. The double play right there. Act like that ball was hit on the ground for a double play. Neal almost went in sliding to second base, got fooled. What a throw from the left fielder, Bargo. Like you mentioned, on time, just pulled Totalo off the line there a little bit and just enough for him to be safe. But that was such a good throw from Bargo, almost doubled him off.
Darton Bargo just getting to the team 2 days ago from Tennessee, the Omaha native. First time he's getting to play inside the confines of McKeon Park. A 1 is called for strike, and Barber, the true utility man, corner outfielder, corner infielder, and can catch. And that's a guy you want on any summer baseball team, especially with roster turnover as every team faces throughout the summer. 2 pitches, a breaking ball at 78, low and away.
And this is the construct of this team. This infield can play anywhere at any time. We've seen guys play at shortstop, second base, and third all already. And then you add a guy like Dalton Bargo who can play the corner outfield, can play the corner infield, and play and give Camden Janik and
1-2 is sent deep into right field, grows back to the wall, and it's off the scoreboard. Vahiva Aloy sends a 2-run shot over the fence, and it's his second home run in as many games. The Arkansas Razorback loves the long ball.
This guy has such a beautiful swing and such natural power. We saw it yesterday. I was talking about earlier. That opposite field power that he has is so easy. That is not a very exaggerated swing, and it's not like he's putting his whole effort into it just to go the other way. It is such a smooth opposite field handsy swing. 96 off the bat, and that's a fastball up and away in the zone. He just takes it where it was pitched, and that's a beautiful swing, and that is 2 home runs in just 2 games.
Vahiva Aloy now 5 home runs on the summer. That breaks his tie that he had coming in on a tie for home runs. He has now 5 on the summer. Just like yesterday, it was Vahiva Aloy, still in the early part of the game, making noise with the long ball. It was a 3-run shot yesterday, back in the 3rd. Here a 2-run shot in the top of the 4th.
And that ball didn't just skim over the fence over there in right field. It hit off the scoreboard here at McKeon Park.
2 is fouled off the lead shield of Petrie. Heck of a homer from Aloy. Has found his home on the Cape here early. One, 2 is in the dirt. 2-2.
Savary went back to that frisbee slider that he throws. Just missed a little low.
2-2 is inside. 3-2. Savary trying to get that second out of this top of the 4th. Petrie holds on a low ball, and it's a walk.
That sinker just missing low in the zone. And that sinker, it's going to have a lot of downward tilt to it. If you had done a 4-seam, would have caught the play right there. But that sinker going to have a lot of downward tilt to it. And there's a good look of the Harbor Hawks new hats. Right there, you can see the star with the Harbor Hawk H logo covering it.
Every team across Cape Cod Baseball League provided hats with the similar mock-up with their logo in front of that Stars and Stripes star. Sponsored by Zephyr, the Z hat.
Penn is going to get going for the Harbor Hawks. Will be a guy up and throwing. It'll be number 23, Jacob Moore. Over there getting loose in the pen.
1-0 is sent deep into the right field corner and just goes foul. A hard hit ball by Jackson Torello. A right fielder just couldn't get it on the right side of the chalk.
It's a great swing by him, 88 mile per hour on the hands to the Kennesaw State man. It's a great swing, 96 off the bat. Pulled it right down the line, and that ball just faded just a little too much for his liking, because especially in that corner, that could score a run over that first base.
Torello struck out looking to Savary in the second in his last AB, and working with Petrie aboard. Y-D trying to get a couple more across.
And Savary really extending his pitch count here, 76 pitches. This will be his 77th pitch of the outing.
1-2 is down low. They'll appeal down to Jacob Ashworth, the third base umpire, saying he did not go around.
And I can't say that I love that too much. Obviously, that is the rule, but to appeal to the guy who is towards second base over there and to appeal it on a left-handed hitter, I mean, how good of an angle does this guy have? Well, he doesn't have any angle at all, but that is what you're supposed to do. But to make a call from over there, it's kind of a hard look, and it's obviously there's not much you can do here with a 3 umpire crew, but for him to make that call standing towards second base is a tough look.
2-2 is a swing and a miss. Torello goes down. Aaron Savary picks up his 8th strikeout of the day, and it looks to be his final strikeout of his evening. They'll make the call to the bullpen. It will be Jacob Moore to make the jog in. Aaron Savary has 8 strikeouts to his name in his first start of the summer, but it's 1 pitch left over the plate as Vahiva Aloy sends a moonshot to right field. We'll tell you about Jacob Moore when we come back.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
It's Jacob Moore who makes the short jog in from the bullpen in relief of Aaron Savary.
Yeah, number 23, Jacob Moore, redshirt sophomore. And here are his numbers so far. This will be only his 4th appearance thus far here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. And he's done a great job for the Harbor Hawks. He's a guy who he's worked a lot on his fastball this past spring. Going to be a sinker slider guy. So another guy who's going to have that downward tilt, and it's going to be a lot of ground ball manufactured outs. And he has 3 innings under his belt, has a 3 even ERA thus far. So look for him to try to eat these middle innings up and try to go right at these Red Sox hitters.
And it's as textbook as it comes for Hyannis so far on the summer. It's the 2-out pitching change that didn't even need to send Tanner Cunha out, the assistant pitching coach who takes the mound visits. It's almost automatically, Mitch Carricker understands, as soon as Savary got that second out here in this fourth, they go to the bullpen.
Yeah, went right to the bullpen there, and Savary was 78 pitches in, and yeah, that's been Mitch Carricker's thing, is to go to the bullpen, try to get their bullpen guy to get that final out, and then start over with the clean inning in the next one. Aaron Savary's final line, 3 2/3 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits. One of them was the long ball that provided 2 runs, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks.
First pitch from Moore. The pitch called for strike. Jackson Torello
you were looking at that. You couldn't see it.
steps into the batter's box.
And we've talked about this every single time Jacob Moore takes the mound. He hides the ball so well. If you look on the screen here, he's gonna bring that arm right behind his ear. Doesn't have the full circle arm path.
1-1 is held on. 2-1.
And it's a part of that newer style that, you know, they're trying to clean up the arm route, keep it shorter. And we talked about it the last time. That's the thing that Paul Skeens really works on. He's going to come straight from the glove side to his ear.
Hard liner that goes foul. He's also working that Paul Skeens stash there a little bit as well, Jacob Moore.
Yeah, he's got a nice mustache. Gives him a little extra power, extra little velo. You know, that's a big thing amongst pitchers. Whenever you grow out that mustache, you always say, hey, it adds a mile per hour or 2 on it, and that one surely does.
You know, good look at it there as he's trying to get third and final out here of this top of the fourth. Going up against Cade McGee. 2-2 is ripped in front of Bargo in left field, and it's a single for McGee.
2 good swings from McGee this far this game, and that's a 90-mile-per-hour fastball that just stayed up in the zone, right up and in, and that's right in McGee's swing path. We just saw him foul off the pitch right before, almost in that same location, pulled it foul. That one staying a little more patient, waiting back on it, and still got that ball out front for another base hit.
Now Gavin Gallagher, UNC Tar Heel and second baseman, who between these 2 games, between yesterday and today, has had his fair share of action going on at second base defensively. First pitch is outside. Had 5 4-3 putouts yesterday. So far today, already has 1 to his name. Moore is able to get a called strike against Gallagher.
And with Anthony Silva covering second base, Michael Detal playing pretty far off first base, which allows Cade McGee to have a huge primary and secondary lead.
Gavin Gallagher sends one deep into left center field, and it's into the trees. It's a 3-run shot for Gavin Gallagher. Y-D using the long ball to their advantage.
And that's what separated them thus far, is that long ball. And it hasn't been solo shots. It's been 3-run home runs, and that one being a 2-run home run. We had a 2-run home run earlier from Malloy, the 3-run bomb right there from Gallagher, and that one was also a no-doubter. He waited back on that one, 77 middle in, and he got his A swing off.
All 5 of Y-D's runs have come here in the top of the fourth. It's a pop fly into foul territory, dropping just in front of Wallace Clark, who gave it a heck of a run down into the corner.
Yeah, Wallace Clark making it to the bullpen over there down left field. But back to that Gavin Gallagher shot. That was a I mean, a ball hit straight up in the air, deep into the deepest part here at McKeon Park for his first home run of the summer.
Now Cameron Kim, the left fielder, stands in. Pitch is low to go 1-1.
And it's been one inning that has really hurt the Harbor Hawks in the past 2 games. If you take 2 innings away, one from last night's game and 1 inning away from Falmouth Commodore game, then the Harbor Hawks are 2-0 in the past 2 games. But both having 1 inning where it's been a crooked number that's put the Harbor Hawks back, and this could be the inning where the Harbor Hawks give up that big crooked number. So it's going to be really important for them to come back on the offensive side.
Hyannis coming into this one was on a 2-game skid. Trying to straighten that out back in one of the best places they play, McKeon Park. 1-2 is fouled back into the brick wall.
It's a good slider there from Jacob Moore. Had Kim out front, but Cameron Kim able just to reach out and just be able to get the end of the bat on it to extend his AB.
1-2. Grounder over to Gazdar at short. Throw is over to Natalo in time, but it's 5 runs for the Red Sox in the top of the 4th. They have a 4-run lead going into the bottom half of the inning.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Welcome back. Fans are everywhere you can put a lawn chair or a butt today as the bleachers are all packed. People are bringing their own chairs. Look all the way up onto the hill. Everyone has joined the party and get in on the 4th of July festivities here on Cape Cod.
Yeah, this is what the 4th of July is all about. You come and see good baseball. You bring your families. It's free. Here at McKeon Park, this is what you like to see. Everyone's families here. The kids are here. This is what you want to see at McKeon Park. And where else would you want to be on the 4th of July?
And nowhere else. Pretty good day so far. As pitch to Natalo is called for strike. 1-1. And Y-D traveling some of their fans as well. Down the first base line. The 1-1 is low. 2-1 to the DBU Patriot.
And we have 2 completely different offenses here that we're watching in front of us. You have the Y-D Red Sox, whose big thing is the long ball.
Yeah.
And that's no secret so far in these past 2 games, hitting a couple home runs in each of the games. And then you have the Harbor Hawks mentality where you're going to try to manufacture runs. You're going to get a base hit. You're going to try to steal second base, and then a base hit scores that run. And you're going to have to manufacture runs slowly. So it's going to get it to the next guy kind of mentality where you find a way on and you know that your guy behind you is going to provide. When the Red Sox, when they get a guy on or 2 guys on, then you're looking for the big fly, and these guys have a lot of pop in that Red Sox lineup.
2-2 is sent into the soccer fields at St. John Paul II High School. Just steps away from downtown Hyannis as well as the harbor, which is right beyond the scoreboard in right field. Sometimes can hear the ferry go out Pretty low boat traffic on this 4th of July. 2-2, hard grounder with the shift on to Aloy. High throw, easy grab for Petrie.
The Red Sox had a little bit of a shift on Talo. Brought everyone to the left side of the bag. Had three guys over there in left field and made it look easy there, Aloy. And Ethan Petrie, not a small guy over there. That was a pretty high throw, but his 6'4" stature able to make the play at first base.
Thornton Bargo gets his second look at Micah Bucknam. It's a ball, the first pitch to him.
And we talked about Aaron Savary, but Michael Bucknam, he's having himself an outing. 3 1/3, 54 pitches thus far. And
hard grounder with Gallagher deep into the hole at second base. It's a ground out for Dalton Bargo.
And Bucknam going right after these Harbor Hawk hitters. 3 strikeouts and 3 2/3 inning work, and only giving up 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk. Doing a great job of staying ahead of these Harbor Hawk hitters, and he has been full pedal to the metal right out the gate.
And if you go back to yesterday with Sean Youngerman, he had 5 innings to start the day, no hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He had a great start, and now you've followed it up with Micah Bucknam. Scott Pickler's got to be happy. The Y-D Red Sox dugout with his pitching staff, which comes in to the league leading in team ERA at 3.23. 1-0 is called for a strike on Janik.
And you can't ask much more from your starters here in a summer league. So far, Bucknam looks like he's going to get 4 innings under his belt. And then yesterday from Youngerman going 5 innings. That's saving a lot of bullpen arms.
Janik fouls off a pitch. Saves innings. We talk about so much on this broadcast is understanding managing your pitching staff is huge because all your players have pitch limits. They have inning limits that they have to be cognizant of when you're scheduling out who's going to pitch when throughout the summer. 1-2, Camden Janik's able to turn on one and drop into right field. Janik rounds first, and it goes all the way to the wall. Torello is there, but it's a stand-up double for Camden Janik, trying to work some 2-out rally.
And that's a beautiful swing from Camden Janik. That was a ball up in the zone. Janik using his hands, and that's a great 2-strike hitting there from the catcher. 2-out rally, that's how you get it done. Move yourself into scoring position. That's a great swing by Janik.
For Hyannis, they've been pretty good with runners in scoring position with 2 outs, batting .219, second on the Cape so far this summer. It's now Mason White who stands in. First pitch to the Arizona Wildcat is upstairs, and Mason White takes the approach of not wearing a hat or a helmet in batting practice, something that he's grown up doing. Doesn't like the feeling of it within the turtle. Goes with the flowing hair out. Says it feels better and has a better sense of his swing when the hat's off.
And when you talk about Mason White's swing, it's going to be a strong pull side swing. So that's why you're going to see Aloy play straight up right behind second base. And you look over at Gallagher over at second base, pulled behind the dirt. He's going to play short right field.
1-1 into right field and into the corner that Camden Janik just put one in. Janik comes in, standing, going in to double and swapping places with the Illinois catcher is Mason White.
And there was that strong pull side swing from Mason White. We saw him hit the triple in his first game with the Harbor Hawks, and he puts it right back there for the stand-up double. And that's a beautiful swing from Mason White. If you miss on that inner half, Mason White will make you pay.
Now Anthony Silva trying to keep the 2-out rally going here in the home half of the fourth. Anthony Silva gets under one into the Bermuda Triangle into right field. Gallagher calls off Petrie and Torello for the third out. But Hyannis able to get a run across. It's still the Red Sox leading 5-2 though as we go to the fifth here on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network on this 4th of July.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Welcome you back here to McKeon Park. Pie eating contest. Our good friend Robbie, the scoreboard operator, going ham with the black hat on. He is going with it with no hands. Look at that face that he comes up with. Wow, Robbie, he went all in. Blake Cavill also going for it as well. It is time. I don't know who's going to be able to be declared a winner there, Nico.
I mean, depending on the how much pie was eaten or who comes back with the cleaner face, that's a great matchup there between Robbie and Blake Cavill.
And you have both teams here today. They're eating in their respective categories. For Y-D, they're eating on the mound with the league-leading team ERA of 3.23, while on the other side, it's Hyannis with the second-best batting average in the box at 261.
Yeah, teams who are getting it done on both sides, and batting average, you can see the Harbor Hawks do have the advantage, but this Y-D pitching staff has really gotten it done, and we've seen that firsthand, putting up a bunch of zeros against this Harbor Hawk lineup.
Looks like there might be some good pictures coming to you on Hyannis' social media after that pie eating contest. You can stay locked in at Harbor Hawks for all our social media content. As it's a ripper into right field, laying out for it is Nick Groves to make the grab, robbing Jonathan Kim of a hit.
And that was just a beautiful play there by Nick Groves. Got a great jump, and when that line drive hit right to you, it's kind of hard to make the judgment if it's going over your head or if it's off the end of the bat and going to die in front of you. Got a great jump right there, didn't miss a beat, and able to make the basket catch was Nick Groves.
Now Brady Neal. Steps into the lefty batter's box. He had a walk that would come around to score off the home run of Vahiva Aloy, who lurks in the distance. All or nothing pitch just appeared to slip out of the hand of Moore. That cleared both Marvin Gomez and Camden Janik, a home plate umpire and catcher.
Yeah, just missed a bit up and away there. Close call. There, that ball just missing. That curveball just slipping out of the top of his hand. You see that a lot with heartbreakers.
1-0 is low. 2-0. That ever happened to you as you're a college pitcher?
Absolutely, especially when you have a true curveball. He has a slider and a curve. Going to throw that slider most of the time, but that when you try to really flip it on over, sometimes it just moves out the top of your hand. That ball just floats up in the air. And
2-0 is fouled up into the parking lot.
And it's not something you ever have to really worry about, like, oh, consistency-wise, but sometimes it just comes out the top of your hand and you just flips over, and that ball just floats over there, and that's exactly what you saw there from Jacob Moore.
And you know, right off the hand there, as Moore just stood standing, understanding that he couldn't do anything about it after it released out of his grip. 2-1, fouled back into the parking lot, this time by the St. John Paul II school buses.
And it is really packed here at McKeon Park, more than the camera can show. Even down the first base line, got a lot of people. And when you look behind the press box right here, even the people around the parking lot. A lot of people standing around, eating popcorn, hanging out with their families. So, I mean, this is the place to be here in Cape Cod.
It's a high fly ball that will stay in the infield. Wallace Clark calls off the rest of his infielders to make the grab.
Good inning so far here from Jacob Moore, going right after these Red Sox hitters. So far, he's got an inning under his belt. Now, after getting the last out of last inning and 2 outs here, 19 pitches.
I have to feel confident that you're going to go attack Aloy with either 2 outs or be the leadoff man into the 6 as Carmichael looks at a strike after the damage he's done against Harbor Hawks over the past 2 games.
Yeah, guy's been swinging it well. Got to be careful, especially with this heart of the order. And then you have the guy who's been the real Harbor Hawk killer thus far, and an Aloy, the Arkansas Fayetteville man. But the power that these guys have, and not just always, home run power. These guys can put in the gaps, work doubles as well.
Pitch is away. 2-1. Got a couple of future Harbor Hawks trying to find that home run ball that got launched into the trees there. They're giving everything they got. 2-1 is upstairs. 3-1. Is it worth it? I don't know.
If you find it, you never know. But if you go out there and you're crawling through the left, out there in left center, and maybe just go on a little bit of an adventure, too. They don't seem to be searching for a ball necessarily because they haven't really looked to their right, just kind of making their way down the left field line. Maybe going to go make friends with Bargo over there in left field.
And there's no path. Like, I have traversed the outfield for our center field camera plenty of times. There is no pass in that left field wall. That is all prickers. And it looks like they're at an impasse right now. Payoff pitch here for Moore to come to Carmichael. It's a breaking ball that he offers on. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Here in the top of the 5th, Jacob Moore settles down the top 3 in the Red Sox lineup. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. But before we do, we welcome in our man, Matt Coates. A little bit of an outfit change for you.
Thanks for that. Guys, I woke up this morning and wanted to feel a little bit more like a player. You know, it's fun being an intern, but it's really fun being a player. Went in my closet, pulled out the 2023 alternate orange jerseys for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Jersey I'm wearing right now, guys, very stylish, of course, but belonged to Mason Nichols last year, right-handed pitcher out of Ole Miss. Mason Nichols was a great piece for the team last year, which was highlighted by 5 2/3 no-hit innings at Duncan Park over in Connecticut, the home of the Hartford Yard Goats. Guys, that day was pretty special for myself as well, as me and a few interns had the chance to drive Mason home after that, all the way from Connecticut, right back here to the parking lot in McKeon Park. A great bonding experience that I had to celebrate by buying Mason's jersey just a few weeks later. And guys, obviously, a must-have in the wardrobe. If you want your own jersey, make sure you follow the Harbor Hawks on social medias, as at the end of this 2024 season, these jerseys will be on sale as well. Make sure you stay tuned so you can look as good as I do right now. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Matt Coates. Maybe I'm going to have to go splurge and add onto my wardrobe of a lot of orange.
Yeah, you're already an orange guy. You love the color orange, but, I mean, how could you not want one of these guys' names? I mean, there's been guys who are such big names, guys you're going to see play and get drafted, get their name called here. If it's not this year, it'll be in the years to come. A lot of big names here for the Harbor Hawks, so definitely got to go get your jersey, and I can't wait for them to come out because I wanted an opportunity to get it last year. Couldn't get my hands on one.
Sold out so quickly.
So that's why you got to go follow the account, and you got to maybe put the notifications on, because if you are too late, then they go very quickly. And Matt, I looked down there, saw the number 19. I thought Camden Janik was going to give us our sideline report there, and it was just our friend Matt Coates.
Yeah, yeah. 19 there, switching a little bit of numbers, but talks about why Nichols had to come home, had to take an exam from McKeon Park. It was part of his Spanish class that he was taking over the summer, last summer, and he needed to make sure he was able to get to steady Wi-Fi soon. And someone that is staying steady in the box is Nick Groves with another single.
Back-to-back singles there from Nick Groves, and two great swings working up the middle right there. And that's another base hit. 2 for 2 on the day is Nick Groves.
With the overcast skies, it's a great time to remind you that the lights at McKeon Park stay bright all season long. Thanks to the NAC Cape Cod. The NAC offers 2 convenient locations in Hyannis and Orleans, both offering delicious burgers, tacos, sandwiches, and more. Visit NACCapeCod.com to order online today. The NAC Cape Cod is proud to be the Line Up the Park sponsor of the Harbor Hawks all season long. Hyannis able to get their leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 5th, and Carmichael comes out of the squat to talk with Micah Bucknam, who's back out again, Nico.
Yeah, Bucknam, again, doing a great job. Y-D Red Sox bullpen is up and going. Both bullpens going, the Harbor Hawks bullpen in some movement as well. But the Y-D Red Sox bullpen is hot, and that may be what it is. We got, could be a pitching change here.
Scott Pickler's out of his dugout, and slow walk over as it's Caleb Anderson who's getting warm for the Red Sox. Scott Pickler will make the move. Gave a little bit of a hesitation there, but finally makes the point over as he jogs out. It'll be Caleb Anderson when we come back. We'll tell you about the Wichita State Shocker when we return.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
It's Caleb Anderson, the Springdale, Arkansas native from Wichita State, who comes in for relief of Micah Bucknam.
Number 34, Caleb Anderson. You see the jersey right there. Sophomore, the Shocker from Wichita State. Stands 6 feet tall. And he's going to be a guy that this will be his 4th appearance thus far, all coming out of the bullpen. 2 2/3 inning under his belt. So working quick innings, and we see the Y-D Red Sox bullpen already going over there once again. So this guy who's had pretty short outings for the Red Sox. Has an ERA of 0, no runs allowed. So he's working quick innings, doesn't work in the middle part of the game, doesn't work long innings.
It'll be Nolan Silver already starting to go through his motions in the Red Sox bullpen, but it's a 3-run lead for Y-D going into here the bottom half of the 5th on this 4th of July. Pack stands here at McKeon Park and across the Cape Cod Baseball League on a full day of action with some big games to take note of. First pitch from Anderson misses on the breaking ball. 1-0 is low again. 2-0.
Infield and double play depth. And with Petrie holding on, the runner Groves at first base. That leaves a big hole in between the first and second baseman, Gallagher and Petrie.
2-0, gets off the glove of Carmichael. Groves takes a strong turn around second. He retreats, backing up there.
Harbor Hawks working a little bit of a delayed steal right there from Groves. Groves worked a hard secondary, and as soon as the ball was crossing the plate, took off, tried to catch the Red Sox off balance there, and now he moves 90 feet closer and puts himself in a scoring position.
Anderson steps away from the rubber. He's behind in the count, 3-0. Pitch called for a strike on the outer part of the plate.
Yeah, it's going to be that sinker from Caleb Anderson, catching just the bottom corner of the strike zone. Got to be careful to give Kane Kepley a free pass. That'll be two speedy guys for the Harbor Hawks on base.
Pitch is upstairs and away. And it will be a full count. Now we get a payoff pitch. Pitch is outstairs, and now Kepley gets his walk. The fourth issued by Anderson for the summer.
And two speedy guys for the Harbor Hawks on. Between these two guys, 17 stolen bags. Kane Kepley having 11. Nick Groves right behind him in second place on the team with 6. So two guys who can really move it on the base pass, and you have a guy who can really swing it for the Harbor Hawks at the plate.
Gazdar ninth in batting average with .321 so far on the summer. First pitch is outside on a ball to the Governor from Austin P. Had a walk in the first, then grounded out to Aloy back in the third. Gazdar looks at another ball, and Anderson struggling to find the zone right now.
Yeah, he seems to be working away so far at John Gazdar, but once again, Gallagher covering second base, and Petrie more shaded towards the line. That right side of the infield seems to be wide open.
2-0 is outside again, and now Gazdar is going to have the stop sign on the 3-0. Tying run stands in the batter's box in John Gazdar. 3-0 is called for a strike at 89 miles an hour. It's Carricker. Been aggressive so far this summer with nobody away and 2 on. How aggressive does he get? It's a grounder that goes right into the dugout.
Big swing there from John Gazdar, and a hitter's count. That's one. You have one pitch, one zone. Got a sinker in on the hands, down in the zone. Full count here with two guys who can run. Right side of the field open.
Gazdar fouls one right back into the netting.
Another big swing there from the Governor. Keeping his at-bat alive.
Payoff pitch is inside. Back-to-back walks for Caleb Anderson since coming into this one, and now bases loaded for Wallace Clark.
And there you see it again, John Gazzer. Talk about time in and time out. Great communication, letting the guys behind him know what he saw. And on the walk right there, John walks towards the back to dugout to talk to Wallace Clark and just let him know, hey, here's what I saw. He saw a lot of the pitch arsenal that Caleb Anderson has. He saw the sinker and he saw a few breaking balls. So just letting Wallace Clark on what to look out for.
Scott Pickler is back out. He is a manager that doesn't necessarily always pull his pitcher when he comes out of the dugout. He's going to call in the entire infield, and we'll wait for a motion. They will make the motion here to bring in Nolan Silver after he gets to the bump. Or was it just a gesture to first?
Yeah, it could have been. He's talking to his infield there a little bit, and there's the motion right there to finalize it, get it done.
I knew I wasn't crazy. Scott Pickler makes a call to the bullpen as they will make a change here with bases loaded, nobody away here in the bottom of the fifth.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Nolan Silver comes in from the bullpen as Caleb Anderson came in and didn't even record an out. It's Nolan Silver, the Kennesaw State man, who's trying to get these 3 outs here with bases loaded.
Number 14, Nolan Silver from Kennesaw State, the junior out of Georgia, 6'2", and they're going to look for him to really shut down the door here. This will be his 4th appearance, all coming out of the bullpen. 1.59 ERA thus far. 5 2/3 innings pitched. Only had given up 2 hits in all 3 of his previous outings. And they're going to bring him in a pretty high leverage situation here with no outs and the Harbor Hawks threatening.
Yeah, and who is into the batter's box is Wallace Clark, who had a monster shot yesterday against Y-D to go back-to-back with Alex Lodis. Now with bases loaded, Hyannis trying to tie this one as they're down 3 runs to the Red Sox here in this middle portions of the game.
And this righty-lefty matchup here, Nolan Silver has a very nice changeup that plays well off his fastball. So with this righty-lefty matchup here, wouldn't be surprised if he really tries to attack the left-handed hitter Wallace Clark.
As Marvick Gomez lets Silver know he's ready to go, and everybody else is in the ballpark. Wallace Clark sends one deep to left field. Kim back to the wall, and it's off the wall. Coming in to score will be Groves. A big wheel around for Kepley. He's going to go in sliding head first. A big double from Wallace Clark. Gets Hyannis within 1.
Wallace Clark get it done once again. showing power to the opposite field side. Great swing there. The speedy and good base running from Nick Groves, Kane Kepley, and John Gazdar. And thankfully, Kane Kepley having the speed he does, John Gazdar breathing down his neck, rounding second and third base. And that is great aggressive base running from the Harbor Hawks. And another beautiful swing from the left-handed hitter, Wallace Clark.
Now Michael Detallo takes a strike. 0-1. Detallo comes in second in the Cape Cod Baseball League in doubles. He has 4 so far in the summer. Hyannis could use one here with the go-ahead run standing on second. He bloops one into foul territory. Petrie away from the bag, and with his back turned, records the first out. Gazdar stays planted at third.
And a big first out right there as the wheels seem to be spiraling there. That's a great big first out. Get a weak pop-up to the first baseman and Petrie over there. But that's a big first out for Nolan Silver.
Nolan Silver gets the first out, but it's still 2 breathing down the neck of Silver, and Gazdar and Clark both in scoring position.
Left-hand here, Dalton Bargo up. Red Sox go back to their shift. Got Aloy standing behind second base.
Off-speed pitch at 74. Skips in front of the plate. Carmichael is able to use the chest protector to keep it in front of him.
So it's going to leave the whole left side open there with McGee staying home at third base, playing even. That whole left side of the field, you can see it right there between third and short. Big open gap over there if Bargo is able to use his hands and put it in the 6 hole.
Snap back throw down over to third. Gazdar goes in standing. It was a clean throw that McGee couldn't hold on to. Looked like if he was able to hold on to it, could have gotten Gazdar there.
And what happened there, it may look like McGee had just dropped the ball, but that's base running from Gazdar, starting his lead off the line in foul territory. And as soon as the catcher is able to make the play, you'll see him there in foul territory. But once he starts his run back to third base, he runs back on the line, even towards the grass of where the right-handed third base glove would be, runs right to the glove. So that way, if the third baseman's glove is right there and it stays there, it'll hit John right in the back, allowing him to be safe at third base.
Almost like setting a screen in basketball. Right?
It is. It really is, yeah.
Get the laugh away from your face.
Yeah, certainly does. Gets in the way for sure.
Yeah.
I can definitely see what you're seeing there. But, yeah, you're taught when you're running and in a pickle or in a play where you're trying to get back picked right there to run to the guy's glove, because where the guy's going to catch it with his glove. So where's the ball going to go? Right to the glove. If you run right to him, hopefully the ball hits you and you're able to get there safely.
I know we're having a great 4th of July up here in the broadcast booth. We hope you are wherever you are as well. Dalton Bargo gets a walk, and he now loads the bases back up for Camden Janik.
Yeah, and it's really nice to have all you guys listening in to us 4th of July. I mean, we're here watching great baseball. We're doing what we love, getting to watch high-level baseball. Got a big crowd here in front of us. Beautiful weather here in McKeon Park. Not much more you can ask for.
It's about as good of a 4th of July you could ask for here on Cape Cod on a great evening with a little bit of overcast skies. Bases loaded for Camden Janik. Y-D still looking for 2 more outs to get out of this bottom of the 5th. Janik looks at a first pitch. He sees of his AB that is low.
Yeah, takes a fastball down the zone, and the Red Sox really are focused on the pull side hitters. Again, leaving the right side pretty empty over there towards second base.
Janik turns on one that will go foul and over by the electrical shed.
Even with less than 2 outs here, tying run 90 feet away, they will have the third baseman playing even in McGee, but the first baseman, Ethan Petrie, playing behind the runner in Michael Detallo at first base. And then your middle infield playing in double play depth, of course. But having your first baseman in Petrie playing behind the runner, that just shows the confidence in the offense.
Camden Janik sends one into center field. Kim is under it and tagging. Coming home is Gazdar. The throw will go to third, but it's away from McGee. Wallace Clark's able to tag up as well. We're tied at 5.
That's a great job there from Camden Janik just to get the job done. Finding a way to use his hands, get that ball to deep center field, and get the RBI here and tie the game back and make it even here at 5-5.
Now Mason White, the 8th batter of this half inning for Hyannis. Stands into the lefty's batter's box with the shift on. Aloy will play about a foot away from the second base bag with Gallagher deep into the second base hole. And now a ball has squirted its way onto the infield grass from the Red Sox bullpen as another arm starts to get warm and go through the motions.
Yeah, got a guy going for the Red Sox over there in the bullpen. And even more guys stretching, doing their bands. So this could be a bullpen-heavy game for the Red Sox.
It's Aiden Moffett who's getting warm, and Mason White is called for strike. Moffett just starting his pitching routine. 0-1 is called for the second strike on White.
Backdoor breaking ball right there. Flips it over, gets Mason White on his front foot there a little bit. Freezes him just enough to not get him to pull this trigger.
Oh, 2 is outside. Mason White's able to hold on the pitch.
That's a great arm side two-seam fastball there from Nolan Silver. Had a lot of run on it. Started on the outer half of the plate. Just ran off the plate, trying to get him to swing.
1-2. Mason White launches one into the harbor. Wow! What a nuke from Mason White. A no-doubter that gives Hyannis the lead.
.430 feet from the bat of Mason White, and that ball was absolutely launched. The kids will have no chance to get that home run ball out of right field trees. And a 102-mile-per-hour exit velar, and Mason White, no doubter, knew it right off the bat.
His first homer of the summer for the Harbor Hawks comes in a big spot as Hyannis now leads by 3 runs.
And you knew with that strong pull side swing of his, it was only a matter of time before that ball left the yard, and there it was. Came in a big moment against a big team, and Mason White found himself with his first home run of the season.
Now a liner that goes to Aloy after it hits the infield grass, and the half inning is over. But it's a 430-foot shot from Mason White into the night sky. Hyannis leads 8-5 going into the 6th.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
A nuke from Mason White there, letting his hair shine as Tanner Cunha steps in to block him, but 430 feet registered by TrackMan Baseball, part of the stats that are provided to us here at the Cape Cod Baseball League. 102 miles an hour off the bat. It was a no-doubter, as no-doubters could be.
And that, as soon as he hit that baseball, hit every single stitch off that one, and he knew it immediately. As soon as that ball made contact, following that beautiful left-handed swing of his, followed his bad path perfectly, and that was an absolute no-doubter. And he felt that one. As soon as that one made contact, he knew. Had a little swag walk up to him, rounding first base, and wow, what a swing, 430 feet with the wood bat. I mean, could you imagine if he had that kind of swing in the spring and that was with a metal bat?
That one might have touched Europe, I think, with how far it can go. I wouldn't be shocked if you want to go get in a canoe, and it might be in Hyannis Port.
Yeah, we saw some kids over there in right field trying to go attempt to look at that, but I mean, we never even saw where that ball landed. So, and they came back empty-handed, of course.
It cleared the trees. It was about as towering of a shot as you can get from a launch angle perspective, and it had all the distance on it. And that's what Mason White does. His swing gives power to this Hyannis Harbor Hawks lineup. And with one swing of the bat, Hyannis now leads by 3. Here as we go to the top of the 6th.
But when you talk about power, can't forget about Vahiva Aloy. Already 2 home runs in these past 2 games. Already saw the power to that right side. Sent one off the scoreboard back in the top of the 4th.
And Jacob Moore has to be cognizant of that. He has himself ahead in the 1-2 count. On-2 delivery is a breaking ball that goes foul just beyond the third base bag.
Got to be careful there. That slider stayed up in the zone, middle and up right there. And when you have a big swinger like Aloy, that's got to be a pitch you got to get down. You leave one up there, and you might not see that baseball again.
One-two, Aloy sends one deep over by the flagpole, and that one is out of here. McKeon Park is turning into a home run derby here tonight. 103 miles off the bat, 404.
I mean, he didn't even let me finish my complete sentence right there. When you leave a ball up in the zone to this guy, that's 2 home runs with an exit velo of over 100 for Aloy in just this game. And we've seen 2 400-foot home runs in the past 6 outs. I mean, that is another home run, and we've seen all the power from Aloy go to that opposite field. Those are 2 great swings from Aloy and puts the Y-D Red Sox back into 2 runs.
Mitch Carricker is out to talk to Jacob Moore here in this meeting on the mound. Calling is in his entirety of the infield. And for Mitch Carricker, he's an infield-minded coach. He's a catcher at Oregon and Fresno City College, where he now is the JUCO coach of. And after the conversation, it will be a pitching change for Hyannis. They lead 8-6, but it's Vahiva Aloy sending another one into the trees for his 2nd homer of the day. It'll be Aaron Meshulam, the Michigan State Spartan, who comes in relief of Jacob Moore.
This will be his 3rd outing, all coming out from the bullpen once again. 4 innings under his belt, for the Harbor Hawks this summer. Only get up 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. And this is the guy who we've seen more and more. He's coming to the halfway through this part of the season. And this is a guy who's had a lot of success early for the Harbor Hawks.
A lot of success early. Joseph Jurwa, his teammate from Michigan State before he transferred over to Vanderbilt and was a starter here. And 2 of them had a good sibling relationship in the dugout and in the bullpen for them as Shulam steps on here to take on Ethan Petrie. And it's like working an inning that you were intended to start after the homer from Vahiva Aloy. That is all Jacob Moore. But now almost like a clean reset here for Meshulam to allow himself to be in a position to just work his baseball.
And Meshulam's a guy who kind of does a little bit of everything. He had 4 starts for the Spartans, but had 19 appearances, so most of his majority coming out of the bullpen. So he had some starts, but also recording 4 saves. So came in big moments for the Spartans this past spring. So this is a guy you can really put on any part of the ball game. You can have him start out the game. You can have him eat up the middle part of the game, but also have him shut the door down to end the game.
Petrie looks at a called strike. Then Petrie, a little bit of a picky batter so far, has 2 walks today, had 51 with the Gamecocks in the spring. Walks out another ball away, 2-1.
Fastball just misses down. Janick thought it may have caught corner there. Home plate umpire Marvick Gomez saying that ball was just down. But again, yeah, this is a guy in Petrie who will not extend the zone. Very patient.
Grounder deep into the hole, out of the reach of the diving Silva. And it's Petrie's first base hit of the day. He's found himself at first base through all of his past 3 plate appearances.
It's a beautiful swing right there. Not trying to do too much. Fastball down in the zone. 109 exit velo right there. Jacob Irons hit that on the screws. Hard ground ball. Working the other way. Using his hands. Not trying to do too much. And that's a beautiful swing to find a way on here.
Jackson Torello, who has 2 strikeouts so far today, takes on Meshulam.
109 exit velo. That might be the hardest we've seen so far this summer.
I think it is, and it goes to show you the sport of baseball. And it was just a little grounder that was out of the reach of Silva. It wasn't the monster shot from Mason White or Vahiva Aloy. It was just a routine grounder, just had great speed off the bat.
And we've seen some baseballs really match so far here in this game. 2 400-footers. That's at least 3 balls hit harder than 100 miles per hour in exit velocity.
If you like the long ball and you like hard hits, this is the game for you. We're so happy that you found us here on this 4th of July alongside Nico Sharp. I'm Jacob Irons. Josie Broyles and Matt Coates are on the sidelines for us today, and our entire production crew bringing you this one in a 4th of July rivalry game. Hyannis and Y-D playing each other for an illustrious history on this holiday. And today ends a home-and-home series that started yesterday with Y-D picking up the win 4-2 after they had another great pitching day for them, as Hyannis was held hitless up until the 9th inning when it was back-to-back home runs to really get themselves going.
Yeah, it's going to be a close matchup. We saw the Harbor Hawks have life there in the 9th, but ultimately come up short, and we're seeing another good close game here.
3-1. High chopper that DeTalo gloves, but is clearly foul. Shulam has a 3-2 to go to Torello. He's trying to fend off a 3rd strikeout of the evening. And it's a strikeout looking. Aaron Meshulam picks up his first outing of his appearance, and it's a strikeout.
And perfectly placed backdoor slider right there. And his slider has a lot of whippage to it. It's not a loopy slider. That ball, he comes from that 3/4 slot right there. Whips that slider backdoor. And Torello, the left-handed hitter, can only look at it. Sends him down looking.
Cade McGee is called for strike. One is in the dirt. 1-1. McGee today 2 for 2 with 2 singles. One pitch is called for strike. 1-2.
And so far, Meshulam has been nibbling at these corners. Nothing staying middle. Even with the breaking ball, he's working that lower part of the zone and as well working really well outside in back-to-back pitches.
Cade McGee taps it foul to keep his at-bat alive. Meshulam started the summer with Katua, appeared in 1 game through 2 innings. Gave up 2 hits, but since being released, got picked up by Hyannis, and it's been a key factor out of the bullpen for the Hawks.
It's another good pitch there by Aaron Meshulam. Again, he's working these corners really well. I mean, he's understanding that with this Y-D Red Sox lineup, you can't leave pitches down the middle of the zone because they will make you pay, and we've seen that here throughout both of these games.
2-2, swing and a miss. Cade McGee goes down, swinging and missing. And now 2 retired.
And that slider backed up on him, but we always joke about as pitchers, whenever you have a slider that backs up on you, sometimes it works out better than if it does break. When you see that slider as a hitter and you understand, okay, that ball's going to come down and have that horizontal movement, but that ball just spins up in the zone, and sometimes it gets a hitter to swing right through it.
Now Gavin Gallagher. Lines run right off to the glove of Meshulam. He lost where it was. It's right under his feet. The throw over will be in time, though. After he finds where it's at, he's able to make the clean throw to the Talo. Aloy's able to get one over the fence here in the 6th. Cutting into Hyannis' lead, but it's the Harbor Hawks still leading. And with that, we welcome in Josie Broyles.
Thanks, guys. Lots of fan camaraderie here for the 4th of July at McKeon. I actually had something pretty cool happen. My 14-year-old brother got to throw the first pitch of the game today to Dalton Bargo, who's actually someone that he looks up to because he wants to play for the University of Tennessee, and that's just been a dream of his. So that was a really cool moment and just another example of the Hawks giving back to the community and vice versa. We also had Blake Cavill doing the pie eating contest, and he's from Australia and has never tried pie before. When I asked him how it was, he said he gave it a 10 out of 10. So a really fun day for the Hawks and Hawks fans. Back to you guys.
We got a preface for Blake Cavill. He's had meat pie before, which is a staple in English cooking at Australia Sports, but never had a sweet berry pie. And so why not go for the Centerville Pie Company's blueberry pie, part of the pie eating contest? And it looks like he liked it.
I mean, when you physically look at him, between him and Robbie, look like they both, I mean, using no hands, they went right into it, did a great job. But those are just 2 stories of why you have to make your way out here to McKeon Park. 2 stories where there's so much good fan and player interaction. You get to really meet these guys. These guys are very personable. And you see Blake Cavill enjoying the pie. You see that every game here at McKeon Park. These players love to be with the kids, hang out with them, and you see, and then getting to throw a pitch. When you want to go to Tennessee and you have a guy who just won the national championship and you get to throw the first pitch out to him, I mean, what a story, and that's got to make his year.
That's going to be something he's going to be talking about for a long time, and it's the beauty of a Cape summer. Get to have these experiences and get to see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight. 0-0 pitch to Nick Groves is a called strike as Groves started the 6th run, bottom of the 5th. They got through all 9 of their batters in that 5th, and he's going to try and create Some more action on the base paths. Nick Groves, the Canadian. Talked to him about his 4th of July experience here and how Canada celebrates their Independence Day on July 1st. But he said it was nothing in comparison to the 4th of July festivities he's witnessed and experienced here today. He walked in the Barnstable Parade, throwing out some foam baseballs to the kids on the parade route. He did say, though, he apologized. He got too happy early. He kept giving them out to too many kids early on, so by the back half of the parade, the kids were left baseballless. He had the trigger finger early, trying to get them to everybody. 2-2 liner right back up the middle. A handsy single for Nick Groves. Now a 3-for-3 day for the future Illinois Fighting Illini.
And that is just another beautiful swing there from Nick Groves. This guy's finding a way on any way he can. 3 base hits in a row for him. Goes 3-for-3 on the day. But also kind of a sad story, but exciting. You know, at least the front hand kids, every single friend got away with baseballs. But then, yeah, you get too excited, and those poor kids. Hopefully, not every player made that mistake and held on to some for those later kids. But I get it. You're in that parade. All these kids are asking for baseballs. How do you not give it to every single kid?
Groves goes in diving. He's safe. I talked to Wallace Clark as well. Wallace Clark also had the same issue. Went out early, peppered the sidelines. Every kid was getting one. Then by the end of the parade, it ended up not being his day there on the gift distribution.
Yeah, I totally understand that. So if you're hearing this and you're planning on being around the Cape Cod and you are around for the 4th of July, start at the front. If you want to walk around with any kind of souvenir, make sure to get to the front of the line, get there early, and that way you can walk away with 1 or 2, maybe 3 baseballs if everyone's giving them out there at the early part of the line.
Wallace Clark was at the Centerville parade right here in Barnstable, part of the villages of the town. Pitches outside that Carmichael was out of his squat, looking over on Groves on.
And that's the pressure that the Harbor Hawks will put on you. We've seen 2 called pitch outs by their Y-D Red Sox, so keeping an eye on Nick Groves over there.
And another check back. Groves goes in diving safely. He already has a stolen base that he recorded in the 3rd.
And that's a great pickoff right there, especially after the pitch out. Hitter understand that he's not going to go back-to-back pitch outs there, so may have the green light to steal right there, but checks him back immediately after the pitch out.
And now King Kepley ahead 3-0. And it's a called strike. Kepley was about ready to toss his bat. Kepley leads the Cape with 18 walks. Out of 3-1, they're going to check back. And Groves is in safely, and they're keeping a close eye on the former Niagara Purple Eagle. 3-1 to Kepley is called for strike inside again at 90 miles an hour. Kepley not a fan of that one either.
And continuing to get hot in that Y-D Red Sox bullpen will be number 32, Aiden Moffett. Saw him tossing a little bit earlier, but now getting hot over there.
And that will be a pitch clock violation. And it works out with the payoff pitch to be that 4th ball to allow King Kepley to get the walk off for the pitch clock violation.
And once again, we saw that happen in last inning. This is not 2 guys you want to be on base with the speed they have. Once again, stolen base threats by both guys. So it's, you know, usually when you see a guy, even if the faster guy's on second base and a slower guy at first base, catcher will go for the, on a double steal would happen, they'll go for the runner on second base. But kind of pick your poison here. And you have John Gazdar up at the plate, right-handed hitter in the box. So this is a good spot once again for the Harbor Hawks.
Gazdar's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. As Gazdar lofts one into shallow center. Gallagher was back, but it's an infield pop-up called by Marvick Gomez, the home plate umpire. Hyannis runners and Kepley and Grove stay put.
And that'll bring up Wallace Clark here in the same type of situation. Had some runners on, got the 2 RBI double.
Wallace Clark, the switch hitting infielder. Oh, look at a called strike on the inside part of the plate at 91 miles an hour.
Fastball just in on the hands to Wallace Clark. Wallace Clark showing the power to the opposite field right there, so he tacks him inside with the fastball here early.
0-1 is another called strike. Back inside with that fastball.
Completely attacking Wallace Clark differently. We saw in his first few plate appearances, they were attacking the outside. They went backdoor slider and attacked him with those sinkers away. And after that long double to down the left field line, they're going to attack him with fastballs in early. We'll see if they stay down that path or if they try to break in a breaking ball, maybe back foot.
And you called it right there, Nico Sharp. Goes back to it, but misses this time low. Trying to extend it. Then now goes to the 76-mile-an-hour 12-6 curve.
Yeah, broke one off right there. Tried to get Wallace Clark to chase after attacking with fastballs for the majority of that AB.
2-2 is fastball low that Wallace Clark was ahead on.
Foul tips it straight back into the glove of Carmichael. Big swing there from Wallace Clark. 90 miles per hour down in the zone.
Hyannis trying to take advantage of their 2 leadoff batters in this bottom of the 6th. Were able to get aboard in Groves and Kempley. Since then, it's been back-to-back outs. And they do it again with 2 outs to try and scrape one back across.
Maybe going to try to pitch backwards here to Talo. Broke off a nice slider, missed low and away. Silver doing a great job of damage control so far after first 2 speedy guys get on for the Harbor Hawks.
He'll check back to second as Groves goes in standing. Misses low, 2-0.
And something that I like that the Red Sox do is the signs from the pitcher to the second baseman, understanding how many looks that the pitcher is going to give to the second baseman. So they're both on the same page, and the second baseman knows where he can get back and play his position.
2-0 is in the dirt, 3-0. And Gallagher, the North Carolina Tar Heel, as you looked at the signs there, given right to Silver on the bump. Rio's inside. With that walk to the Talo, it brings up Dalton Bargo with bases loaded.
Great at bat there from the Talo, not to extend the zone. Got back-to-back outs, had some runners on. It's easy to get a little antsy and try to be the hero right there and come up with a big swing. Not extending the zone, staying patient, working the walk, and let the people behind him do the damage.
And Scott Pickler is out of his dugout so far today. That has signified a pitching change. And the new arm's already starting to make his run in from the bullpen. We'll tell you about Aiden Moffett when we come back.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Aiden Moffett, the LSU Tiger, comes in relief of Nolan Silver here in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 32, Aiden Moffett, the junior Tiger from LSU. Had 16 appearances for the Tigers this past spring. So far for the Red Sox this summer, this will be his 3rd appearance, all coming out of the bullpen. 2 2/3 innings thrown so far in those appearances. 3 strikeouts to 1 walk. Doing a great job of attacking the hitters so far. Did get credited with the win. So came out of the bullpen in a high leverage situation that provided them the win. So look for him to really bear down and get this final out for the Red Sox.
Try and get that final out here of the 6th and bring us into the back third of today's July 4th game. Fans still sticking around for the most part here on as the night sky really starts to take over.
And when you talk about Moffett and you talk about Jacob Moore is a guy who's going to come to his ear right after you throw. Aiden Moffett going to be the complete opposite. He's going to rear back. His arms will come behind his body. You're going to be able to see the baseball behind his body before he throws it. So it's 2 different ideologies when you come to pitching. So this guy's going to really rear back when Jacob Moore comes straight to the ear.
Bases loaded for Dalton Bargo. Pitch that misses outside to the left fielder today.
And a little bit of cross up right there. Carmichael looked to be expecting fastball right there because immediately when he had that slider, his glove moved last minute and he dropped his head and started making his way to Moffett on the mound. So definitely a cross up right there. Started walking up right there, but then came back. So looked to be a little bit of a cross up there.
(1-0) is a slow number that goes foul down the third base line.
Bargo looking for his first hit of the evening. Would come in a big moment here with the bases juiced. Middle infield, Gallagher pulled into short right field. Aloy playing behind second base, also in the grass, able to cover a lot of ground here with bases loaded. Force at any bag.
1-1 is inside. 2-1.
Up and in fastball, 93 miles per hour. Moffett's a guy who's got some nice velo to him. Also has some pretty good secondary pitches. Will break off that breaking ball, that slider. Has the ability to pull the string with the changeup as well.
Fastball in at 94 up into the zone. Dalton Bargo went climbing to try and make contact with. He's unsuccessful.
And that's just power on power right there. 94 miles per hour up in the zone. Big swing there from Bargo. Bargo coming up empty.
2-2 is a strikeout looking as Dalton Bargos sent back to the dugout looking at a 94-mile-an-hour fastball inside. Hyannis was knocking on the door with 2 in scoring position, but they're held at their respective bases. We're going to the 7th here on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Join the Hyannis Harbor Hawks players and coaches for movie night at McKeon Park on July 15th at 8 p.m. Bring blankets and chairs to take a seat in the McKeon Park outfield to watch a movie under the lights. Meet your favorite Harbor Hawks as you enjoy food and a good time. That's July 15th at 8 p.m. for movie night at McKeon Park.
All right, baseball fans, what could be the most iconic baseball movie?
Summer Catch.
Summer Catch is a great movie about Cape Cod, but they will be showing The Sandlot on July 15th. And it's going to be a great showing, and what a better opportunity to just sit on McKeon Park, get to hang out with everyone. You watch this field being played on by all these high-level guys and have a little bit of a relaxed night, get to watch The Sandlot, kick back and relax.
When can you say you've ever watched Sandlot on a baseball field?
July 15th is when you can do it.
July 15th is when you can. Can we take our positions up here? You think we'll be able to get a nice view? We have comfy chairs.
We really do. We really do. But, it'd be really cool, come and say hi to us. We'll be around, and if you're ever at McKeon Park, come say hi to me and Jacob Irons. But movie night should be a success. I know a lot of people are excited about it once again. And The Sandlot, that's one of the most iconic baseball movies. You can't miss it. And get to hang out with some of the players, some of the interns, all the people involved.
Yeah, should be a great night full of family fun. As we get going here in the top of the 7th, it's Cameron Kim, Jonathan Kim, and Brady Neal leading things off for the Red Sox here in this half inning. Shulam has a 1-1. That Kim explodes on to Kepley, who makes the grab, leaping off the ground in center.
Hard line drive. They can hear it. The crack of the bat right there from Cameron Kim. Hard line drive there. And we talked about a hard line drive hit right to. It's hard to tell if it's off the end of the bat, you got to come in, or if you got to move back. And Kane Kepley started charging in, and then almost beating him was that hard line drive from Cameron Kim.
It's 1 out for Aaron Meshulam here in this half inning. Mitch Carricker already making the call to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new arm when we come back here on this 4th of July as Y-D and Hyannis do battle.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Sean Fitzpatrick comes in from the bullpen, the Arizona State hurler, with family in attendance here on this 4th of July weekend. He looks to dazzle, Nico.
Yeah, got a little bit of a cheer from the crowd when his name was announced. From Spring, Texas, goes to Arizona State, 6-foot southpaw. 4 innings so far for the Harbor Hawks, got 1 save. So we've used him on the back end of the games. Done a great job for the Harbor Hawks thus far. 3 hits given up in 4 innings. 1 strikeout to 2 walks. It's a guy who really attacks hitters. Opponent's batting average .273 against him. Done a great job. No earned runs so far in his 4 innings.
Now looking to dazzle here on this 4th of July evening in front of family and friends. Great time to come up to Cape Cod as everyone's here. It's a great celebration. America's independence all across the Cape throughout these next couple of days. And we were talking about it. Thursday is a pretty good day for 4th of July. You can extend out that weekend, maybe call off on Friday, and then work your way into a little bit of a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, depending on where you work, I know some guys do give off on Friday. And so if you can work that long weekend into Saturday and Sunday, I mean, what more can you ask for, especially with this beautiful weather and a lot of families joining us here, whether you're on YouTube, Huddle, or you're here at McKeon Park. A lot of people enjoying good baseball.
Bunt shown, that's pulled back by Kim. They'll check on the appeal. Down to Jacob Ashworth, saying he did not go.
And Mitch Carricker playing some matchmaker here, brings in the southpaw to face the left-handed hitter Jonathan Kim, and as well as the on-deck man Bradley Neal.
One is outside, 2-1.
And Fitzpatrick with that southpaw comes 3/4, a little bit sidearm. A lot of arm side run, high 80s, low 90s fastball. Also the changeup and slider to his mix. Fastball just missing away. And Janik set up inside right there, so whenever he misses away, it's going to look like it's more away, but that one looked like it clipped the outer corner.
And that one will clip Kim as he is able to reach first on the hit by pitch.
Yeah, fastball having a little too much arm side run right there from Fitzpatrick.
And that brings up Brady Neal. Called strike on Neal, who had a pop out to Clark in the 5th.
First pitch was that hard breaking slider there from Fitzpatrick. Bradley Neal moved his head out the way, and that one just drifted off from his front shoulder.
0-1 breaking ball with serious right to left movement, 0-2.
Yeah, another hard breaking slider. And I remember that was my first thought and my first takeaway back from the first night practice. Got to watch him from behind home plate. And that slider has a lot of hard break, horizontal movement.
Couldn't break that one into the zone. There to send it 1-2.
And that slider is so good and so hard to hit. He even tripled back on it. Seeing that Brady Neal not seeing that slider too well, not recognizing it, tries to triple back on it. We'll see if he goes back to fastball or goes back to it.
Fastball away at 90. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Two-two, goes back to the slider. It's grabbed out by Ditalo going to second. It will be in time. What a play from the DBU Patriot, Michael Ditalo. Bringing his movement with him all the way over to the second base bag and able to beat out Kim to second.
And that's a tough play from Michael Ditalo. He was running in place there for a second, kicking up a lot of dirt, kind of falling towards, and I couldn't really get his feet under him, but able to make the athletic play and still get the lead out over at second base.
That was a tight bang-bang play that just a split second out of his hand was able to get in time to Gazdar. Easton Carmichael sends one deep into the right field corner. That goes foul. I was gunning for the trees, but it's brought back in by the fence.
And that just speaks to the pop that these guys have. 358 down the line over to right field, and an easy swing from Easton Carmichael. And that ball one hop the fence, just in foul territory, but easy pop to the opposite field.
Oh, 1 is called for a strike at the knees. An 89-mile-an-hour pitch.
Perfectly placed arm side run fastball right there from Fitzpatrick. Catching the bottom of the zone.
Pitch is 90 miles an hour. Tried to reach back for it. That got away from him.
Yeah, try to blow it by him there. Try to use your power. Just missing arm side. Right there, you see that when a guy, tries to really elevate that fastball and blow it by him. Just missing a little too much on the outer half.
1-2, breaking ball. That's over to Ditalo at first. Underhands, he's going to try and take it himself. Is it going to be in time? Yes, it is. Michael Ditalo able to recompose himself. Looks off Sean Fitzpatrick and says, I'm going to take it myself. He goes running into the dugout as he showing off the web gem. It's stretch time here at McKeon Park. Hyannis leading 8-6.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Welcome you back here to McKeon Park. A beautiful rendition of God Bless America by PA announcer Mark Howard, doing both duties today. Singing the national anthem, God Bless America. He's going to run back up into the Tim Elstrom press box to do some more PA announcing.
Yeah, well sang, and it's kind of a beautiful moment there. 4th of July, singing God Bless America. With a crowd full here at McKeon Park, it's just one of those moments that you love to see, and to have the whole crowd here at McKeon Park sing alongside with them, pretty cool moment right there. Going back out on the mound for the Y-D Red Sox will be Aiden Moffett.
And let's give you a look at how the rest of the 4th of July games are stacking up across the league here this evening. It's big one there in Falmouth and Cotuit as Cotuit tries to right the ship after dropping the first one to Falmouth there in that one. Then it's Bourne falling short of Wareham 8-4 so far in this one. Then on the backside, it's Chatham and Orleans locked in a 2-1 contest in the middle of the 7th. And Brewster and Harwich is final with Brewster getting it done 10-5 on a big victory. As Wareham and Bourne are in the bottom of the 8th. We enter the bottom of the 7th here at McKeon Park. Wareham coming into town tomorrow. You can catch that one right back here on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network at 6 o'clock. Pregame show starting at 5:50 with myself and Nico Sharp.
Such an important game here as well as leading into tomorrow, especially with both teams that lead in the West.
Camden Janik sends one into center field. Kim ranges over to make the grab. A hard ball off the bat.
And with both teams leading the division in the West, this game just becomes that much more important. And especially with Wareham coming into town, crossing the bridge over here to McKeon Park, back here tomorrow night. Getting a win here, which means that much more not to fall a game further behind.
Behind both Wareham and Cotuit, if that score, with that score holding at a 5-2 win, they advance to 10-6. So got to try and stay within arm's reach. That pitch is upstairs in on Mason White. 2-0.
Yeah, stay within arm's reach, stay within a game or two. Mason White right there trying to send one back into the harbor at 431 feet with that kind of swing.
Had a 430-foot home run if you're just joining us. Back in the 5th, that broke the game open for Hyannis, plating 3 on that shot.
And these are college kids who swing with a metal bat. To hit one 430 feet over the scoreboard with a wood bat is insanely impressive. And what a swing from Mason White, and it was absolutely a no-doubter.
He's shown power in his bat, and it finally connects here on the 4th of July, putting some fireworks of his own into today's game.
Yeah, a little bit of early fireworks so far from Mason White.
Now Anthony Silva got a pitch outside, 1-0.
And even to work the walk right there, you see guys who have that powerful swing. You see them try to get a little anxious and extend the zone. Mason White doing a great job there. Got in a hitter's count, took a big swing, but not extending the zone and finding ways on.
Pitch inside that Silva brushes away from the plate to avoid.
Yeah, Silva, the TCU Horned Frog, still looking for his first hit of the night.
2-0 is popped up into shallow center field. Kim calls off Aloy and Gallagher to make the grab.
Silva just getting up and under that one. Took a pretty good swing at it, but just dipped the shoulder there a little too much and stay on top of the baseball right there. But a good swing. And you know it's only a matter of time before that guy gets it going.
Silva hoping to hear his name called in July, a draft-eligible middle infielder. With the draft closely approaching now that you reach July 4th, all these players start really focusing in on the draft and preparing for hearing their name called and what could be the next step in their baseball career.
It's so bittersweet for the draft to come around. A lot of these guys, you know, you build relationships with, and
Runner goes. Throw down from Carmichael in plenty of time and is able to gun down the running White to second base. A big throw from Easton Carmichael. Go to the 8th. Hyannis leading by 2.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Started on Tuesday, but it's 6 games in 6 days for Hyannis. That will finish on Sunday, and it ends with a home game against Cotuit. That game has a little extra meaning, and that will be a battle for 2nd and 3rd, and with Hyannis only a half game back, if they are to hold on to the game in front of us right now, Nico, that could set up for 2nd place in the West, and then on top of it, you have the best team in Wareham coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, a couple tough games there. You look, you have Y-D these past 2 games, first in their division, 11-4 currently sitting. Then you look at Wareham. That's a team that's been the team to beat in the West so far. And then you have on the 7th, you have Cotuit, who's right behind Wareham. So 2 teams who are leading the West in front of Hyannis. A lot of big games coming up, and so if you want to win the division and win the head-to-head matchup, when that's going to play a big factor once playoff season comes around.
Sean Fitzpatrick out for another inning of work. It's a called strike on Vahiva Aloy. Aloy already has 2 home runs today. One a 2-run shot and one a solo. Between the 2 games, now has 3 home runs on this 4th of July weekend. Breaking ball that drops in and is off the plate. One. Aloy makes it a 3-home run night. You just can't pitch to him. Vahiva Aloy now sends his 4th home run of the 2 days into the trees.
104-mile-per-hour exit velo. This guy is clicking on all cylinders. That's his first pull side home run down the left field line. This guy, I mean, he can't miss right now. He is swinging the bat unbelievably, and what a swing once again to put the Red Sox in 1 swing away.
And with the long ball, it'll usher in a new relief pitcher for Hyannis as the lead closes to 1 with Vahiva Aloy and the fireworks going off here in Hyannisport. We'll take a break and be right back.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Hiva Aloy has now 7 RBIs between these 2 games. Hyannis will make a call to the bullpen. They bring in Reed Mooring for the first time this summer. He sees the bump.
This is a guy that a lot of players are excited about. Having a little bit of a Sandlot moment here. Fireworks going off right behind right field for the Harbor Hawks. This is a super cool moment here on July 4th. But Reed Mooring, a sophomore out of California, goes to UC Santa Barbara. 6'1", had 16 appearances in the bullpen for the Harbor Hawks. As we're going to attempt to show you what our Sandlot moment looks like here in McKeon Park. But Reed Mooring, a guy that they're really excited about to come here for McKeon Park, and he gets his first outing here tonight.
Yeah, gets his first outing, and got to pitch with a little sense of urgency, though, if you're Hyannis, as the fireworks conveniently stop as soon as we cut over there, as our production crew of Chase Avery and Daniel Bottolino, Charlie Adams running the camera here for us, along with Zoe Green assisting our sideline reporters this evening. And for Hyannis here, you got to be careful of what felt like a game that was out of reach for Y-D in the middle part of the innings. Now just closes again because of the Hiva Aloy.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much more you can say about Hiva Aloy. This is a guy that you have your eyes on. He goes to Arkansas. Watched him play a lot this past spring. Went to Arkansas myself, so I keep an eye on the Arkansas Razorbacks. And this is a guy who was an electric guy for the Razorbacks. And so before the series, this 2-game series, Irons, I was talking to him, talking to you a lot about him. And wow, I mean, he has been everything that they have said he was going to be. Here with 4 home runs, now 7 RBIs.
Yeah, second team All-SEC selection, batted .270 with the Razorbacks. And he has come in and impressed so far. If there's a player right now on Cape that you want to buy stock in, it's Hiva Aloy. High pop-up in the infield. Datalo ranges off to his shoulder side to make the grab. 1 out here for Reed Mooring in his first appearance of the summer.
Yeah, he's a guy who's going to throw about 93, 94 mile per hour sitting fastball to come out the gate. Has a true 12-6 breaking curveball that we've already seen in that first at-bat. This is the guy who brought a lot of excitement here for the Harbor Hawks. And it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter.
Yeah, it'll be Will Tippett to come in for relief of Jackson Chirello, who has 3 strikeouts today, 2 looking, 1 swinging. As Tippett looks at a strike.
And Tippett is a guy who, right-handed batter, found himself in the 2-hole last night, got the start last night, had half the day off here today. But with now only down to 1 run, they're going to go to one of their guys that they trust the most.
Tippett went 0 for 2 yesterday and came in relief of Jonathan Kim, who is in the leadoff spot today. It's a swing and a miss with more fireworks going off in the distance. Taking a look, you can see right there a little bit of the field house blocking the view for them.
And what you're looking at, that's going to be down the right field line here, so you can see all the Harbor Hawks fans down in left field looking across the field.
It's a beauty of a pitch from Reed Morning to strike out Will Tippett, looking 2 away.
It goes back to the breaking ball there. We talked about it a little bit earlier. That's a great pitch to get him, send him down. There are 3 strikes here. Keep it here to 1-run game. It's going to be so important for the Harbor Hawks to maintain the lead and try to shut the door back in the 9th.
Nothing pitch is called for strike. To McGee. Had 2 singles to lead off the day, and now in the 6th, struck out swinging. Now finds himself in the 8th with the lumber in his hands.
And it tells you everything about Reed Mooring when they come to him. 1-run ball game, and this is your first appearance for the Harbor Hawks this summer, and you're going to bring him in a high leverage situation against one of the better teams on the Cape thus far, quarter way through. First place in the East, seem a team who has done no wrong. We've seen the power that they produce, and you go to him for his first appearance here. It's a lot of trust.
2-1, that is sent into left field. Bargo comes in on it to make the grab. It's Vahiva Aloy and a 3-home run night on this 4th of July, cutting into the Hyannis Harbor Hawks lead. They still hold on to a run lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And welcome in our own Matt Coates.
Thanks, Jacob. Guys, with some performances over the past few years, I think the Hyannis Harbor Hawks might want to reconsider naming themselves the Hyannis Seminoles. Last year we had 2 guys by the name of Cam Smith and Jamie Arnold, and if you watched any baseball last season, you'll know those guys absolutely dominated. This year there are 2 new Seminoles on the team, Jackson West and Alex Lodis. Through 2 games, West is hitting .500 with an 1,100 OPS. Lodis, in the same amount of games, has the same batting average with a 1,600 OPS. Not to mention, he had a nice homer last night in the top of the 9th inning at Red Wilson Field against the Y-D Red Sox. Guys, if last year's any indication, these Seminoles are going to keep up their hot hands on the bat and on defense and be an integral part of this team's run. Hopefully we can establish a nice little pipeline of Florida State Seminoles to Hyannis Harbor Hawks in the years going forward. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Matt Coates. And you really talk about it. Jamie Arnold likely will hear his name called in July, along with Cam Smith, who won the Top Pro Prospect Award a season ago for Hyannis. He'll hear his name called in July, and what we expect to be in the mid-teens of the first round.
I mean, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind. Cam Smith will be a top pick in the first round this year. And Jamie Arnold, the second that guy becomes draft eligible, they're going to be all over him. That's a guy who's getting it done for Team USA right now. Had a great outing of no-hit baseball just a couple days ago for Jamie Arnold. And Cam Smith, his name will be called here soon. And, yeah, these Seminoles so far for the Harbor Hawks have been doing their job and some.
Yeah, Jackson West and Alex Lodis have themselves a day off this evening on this 4th of July.
That was the craziest timing of the ball hitting the brick wall into the mic, the crowd mic, and then the firework going off of the explosion sound. Sound like a little bit of an explosion here at McKeon Park, but that is just the beautiful fireworks going on in right field.
Nick Rose looks at a called strike as he's still ahead in the count, 2-1. Groves were in the middle of his AB when Mason White got caught stealing, as Groves gets plunked with one right square on the back.
Yeah, it's going to be a fastball, and that's going to be one that there's nothing really you can do. There's nowhere for you to go. It's right in the center of your back. You can't, move out of the way in either direction. That's a high velo fastball right in the middle of your back. There's nowhere you can go. And that's going to be a stinger, but he finds his way on. And once again, Groves finds his way on as a leadoff man.
Now Kane Kempley, the leadoff man for the Harbor Hawks, stand in. I think some young fans trying to negotiate themselves to stay here for the 4th of July.
And they want to see the hot, they say they want to stay for just this at bat. Caden Kepley, a guy who has made some fans out there in the crowd here at McKeon Park. A guy who finds his way on, an electric player, great hitter at the plate, puts pressure on the defense, on the base paths. A guy who's been great for the Harbor Hawks defensively as well.
Yeah, 1 for 2 days so far with 2 walks in there as he leads the league in walks. And it's a fouled away pitch that goes right into Marvick Gomez's mask. Home plate umpire is not shaken up one bit.
Yeah, wore it like a champ. You'd have no idea it hit him. He just wore it and just handed the ball back to him. And no big deal for Marvick Gomez behind home plate.
1-2 upstairs, now 2-2.
94-mile-per-hour fastball up in the zone there. Moffett really letting it eat as far as the fastballs go this far.
Swing and a miss that Kepley's unable to make contact with and foul away as it goes into the glove of Carmichael for the first out.
And that's been the first time they've been able to send Kepley down back to the dugout since the first inning. Had a single in the 3rd and back-to-back walks in the 5th and 6th.
And a 14-game on-base streak end yesterday as he went down 0 for 4, but looking to try and start another one here right now. Now John Gazdar looks at a pitch inside from Moffett, and Moffett, since coming in, has done his job, has worked Hyannis really well to keep them off the board. It's really that 6th run, bottom of the 5th, that proves to be the difference maker for Hyannis.
And you were just shown Nick Groves over there at first base. Got the oven mitt on the left hand. 6 stolen bases so far this season, 2nd on the team.
Pitches upstairs, but a new arm for the Red Sox starting to get warm. And Gavin Jones. Three one. Gazdar taps into the trees and up by the houses, down right here in the community of Hyannisport with the harbor right beyond right field. Downtown Hyannis directly behind us here, about no more than a 0.1 mile walk. Runner goes. Gazdar sends one into right field, making the grab is Tippett, and the throw over doubles up Groves onto the designed hit and run. He showed no signs of going back there, and it ends the bottom of the 8th. We go to the 9th. Hyannis trying to hold on to a run lead.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Hyannis looking to hold on to a one-run lead. They go back to Reed Mooring for his second inning of work here, Nico Sharp.
And they're going to try to get him to shut the door here, last 3 outs. And whenever you look at Reed Mooring's pitch, the way he pitches, kind of has that Justin Verlander look, has the hands down, legs straight up, comes up with the glove, comes straight over the top. Kind of gives you that, like, the way his stylistically he pitches, gives me that Justin Verlander kind of look, and that's why he has that true 12-6 curveball. When you have a guy who has that arm slot that comes straight over the top, it's natural for them to have that 12-6, come straight over the top, work from that clock 12 down to the 6.
It's 8, 9, and 1 due up here for the Red Sox. Gavin Gallagher, who has a 2-run home run to his name back in the 4th, stands in to take on Mooring. 89-mile-an-hour pitch up in the zone. 1-0.
Not much room for error here for Mooring. 1-run ball game, and from what we've seen, the Red Sox can change the game with one swing.
Pitch that finds a sliver of an opening between Gallagher, Janik, and Marvick Gomez to go through. Warren behind. 2-0 as Gallagher sends one deep into left field. Back to the wall is Bargo, and Bargo makes the grab.
Really big time play there from Dalton Bargo. Scared us there for a little bit. You can see him laughing it off now. He was working towards the warning track deep to left field, and then kind of overran, had to come back, drop to his knees, and make a basket catch. And that is a big time play, because if that ball drops, and the tying run would have been 180 feet away over at second base.
Someone that didn't really pick up playing in the outfield until this past season with Tennessee. Came in, started his college career at Missouri, wanted to be a catcher. Then they moved him to an infield corner spot. Then when he transferred to Rocky Top, they needed some outfielders. They wanted his bat in the lineup. And right there showing he's taken to the position pretty well. Mooring delivers the 0-1 pitch to Kim. That misses high, 1-1.
Mooring tried to go back-to-back breaking balls right there. First one perfectly executed was a get me over. That one stayed up in the zone, just missed high for a ball.
1-1, 85-mile-an-hour breaking ball that Kim turns on.
That one looked to be more of a slider. Went down to the well with that one, down in the dirt. Cameron Kim having a big swing, but just coming up empty.
One, two is low. Camden Janik thought that was the pitch.
12-6 curveball there again. Looks like it caught the bottom part of that plate. Marvick Gomez saying they just missed low. Evens the count to 2-2.
(12-6) breaking ball right into the zones. Cameron Kim is rung up looking. Harbor Hawks 1 out away.
Mooring didn't even need to show fastball there, and that at bat broke off the 12-6 and had the slider as well, and just threw all breaking balls there. But with the night sky falling, not a lot of light here behind the home plate. Camden Janik deciding to go to body signs as we're losing vision with the signs in between the legs. And that was something I struggled with a lot, was reading signs in the dark. So they're going to go to body signs here, get on the same page.
An 0 pitch from Mooring is turned on for strike, 1-1.
And Mooring is just feeding those breaking balls here early to these Y-D Red Sox hitters. And so far having success keeping that pitch down in the zone.
1-1. Misses outside. Just a couple inches away from the zone. Jonathan Kim trying to keep the baton moving. Shows bump, pulls back. It's called strike.
I would have been pretty surprised to see a drag bunt there. Wallace Clark was playing even with the bag, now playing a little further behind here with only 1 strike remaining.
2-2, Reed Morning delivers. Swing and a miss. Hyannis Harbor Hawks get the 4th of July. Started off here with a big win. They win 8-7 in a game that had it all. Vahivo Loy for Y-D. 3 home runs tonight, but it's Mason White's 430-foot shot that really is a difference maker.
And that 1-run ball game, it's going to be every single run that the Harbor Hawks scored that's going to matter. And they had that big 6th spot. That's going to be the game changer, but scoring those other 2 runs back in the 3rd and 4th and then putting up that 6th spot, every single run counted there. And that's a great job by the Harbor Hawks to manufacture their runs.
Yeah, they were able to manufacture it off the long ball. It was a home run derby here on this 4th of July. Fireworks were out of this world here between the 2 teams. They have a big test tomorrow, though, Nico, with Wareham back on this field.
And both teams that look to be coming off a win. Harbor Hawks got the win here. Wareham, last we saw, was leading in their game as well, and that's going to be a big game for the battle in this Western Division.
That'll be a battle in the Western Division. You can catch this one tomorrow right here on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. We are back right at McKeon Park. You can watch it on the YouTube page as well as Cape Cod League TV. We hope you've been able to enjoy a little bit of your 4th of July with us wherever you are tuning in from across the country and across the globe. For Nico Sharp, my broadcast partner, Josie Broyles, Matt Coates, our amazing production team of Chase Avery, Dan Bottolino, and Zoe Green, and our fabulous camera operator, Charlie Adams. I'm Jacob Iron saying so long, happy 4th of July. Hyannis picks up the 8-7 victory.